If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the show, man. Still in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever. Cute as could be, you can watch on YouTube with viewing for French. This one time for the Twitch, this one time for the text, this one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Good morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Marcos, what
Got
dead
over
person
hump
by that
day.
shirt?
Shirts now? Off of... Well, I just did stop by a funeral on the way here. I mean, it's just the best way to shop. It really is.
Oh, man. Discounted.
Mm-hmm.
The dead don't need them.
Nah,
Would you wear a dead person shirt? Like, what if a person was, just from their closet? Like, if they had something that, it was maybe lightly worn and, that person's no longer with us. A family was trying to get rid of it, didn't want to just, throw it out.
So this is other family, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Because my own family, it doesn't seem like that big of an issue. I'd wear my father's whatever,
right?
But another person, like, I mean, how do I know when I go to Goodwill?
First, that's what I'm getting ready to say.
Like, how do I
know? When you buy some of these things, you don't know if it's coming from a live person or a dead person.
Don't you have to disclose like a house? Like if you buy a house, don't you have to disclose if somebody was murdered in it? Shouldn't you have to know if it's a dead person's shirt?
Oh, I never thought of the idea of possessed clothes. What if a bank robbery happened in this jacket?
Right.
That increases the value if you ask me.
Also, like, what if a guy got away with murder and then you have the clothes, and what if the DNA is somehow still there from the dead person?
Wow.
But now they think it's your shirt.
That sounds like a Netflix drama. That's good.
Interesting.
Yeah,
but you do buy used shoes. I mean, like, it's not that much of a stretch,
I've already established there's a culture behind this. There's apps designed.
By the way, I went to UPS. I went to UPS to return my phone.
Yeah.
And there was a guy with 2 giant boxes and maybe 30 pairs of Nikes, and he was shipping them somewhere. And they were all used.
I
don't know.
Incorrect. I don't like how you're saying they're all used. Yes, it's all your car.
No,
in great condition.
No, yeah, but I don't know. Well, the thing that pisses me off is you saying there's a culture behind it.
There is
There's not a culture behind it.
You're buying ship a whole bunch of old used shoes.
It's not. If I type in shoe culture,
Marcos, here's the problem.
Yeah,
I have bad feet, right?
Yeah.
So I have a lot of shoes at my house that I've worn one time.
Yeah.
Because they hurt my feet.
Perfect.
That's not what you're wearing.
That is what, okay.
Dude, you're wearing shoes. Here's what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I wear my game shoes during the week because I only wear them for like 1 or 2 weeks. Right. So I would wear them during the first week.
Yep.
And work them in. And then I use the pair from last week. And then I work them in that second week. And then I wear them for 2 weeks. That's what you're selling. That's what you're buying.
Worn ones. What are we really talking about here?
No, but I literally have shoes that I've worn once.
I mean, the shoes that you wear look like they've been through war.
That's my fault. That's personally my fault.
Is it?
No.
Because I'm feeling like you're opening the box and they look like that.
Okay, what's worse though? I know you guys treat it as if it's that. What's worse? The guy who walks in and he's like, "Oh, don't step on, can't watch out because gotta go around this puddle," or the person who's just like, "Nah, I'm just gonna do it. My shoes are dirty, but who cares because they're shoes."
Yeah, but you are establishing that
but you're then buying those shoes.
But okay,
You're
there's
buying the shoes from the guy that don't care. Me personally, if I was buying you shoes, I'd
I'm not
buy them
buying
from the guy that tiptoed around the puddle.
exactly. I do. I buy it from the guy like Leroy.
You don't know that.
I mean, I don't know that he didn't necessarily wear it more than
Dude,
once. but
Hold
the
on.
good
During the
thing
next
is-
break. Hold on. I got during the next break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and grab a pair of shoes that
Yeah.
I've worn one time and show you what they look like.
For sure.
That ain't the shoes you wearing, bruh.
That's not
Your shoes look like they've been through a blender.
Yup.
what shoes do you even have?
Your
What?
shoes look like the
So what
worn
the
jeans you
fuck
wear
is-
with the holes in them.
I'm not gonna let you guys slander me when you're walking around with Champs shoes or something.
I'm not
like
trying
that.
to say that I'm a shoe aficionado.
You're
You
walking
are.
around
You're the one
in-
who's saying there's a culture behind it. Like you think of yourself as a shoe connoisseur, and what I'm telling you
Do you
is,
even know what a Huarache is?
I do.
Isn't that where you go get
No,
an
that's the
Asian lunch?
shoes.
On a-
That's the Nike shoes.
See,
where the chef makes the onion volcano?
yes, I mean, also,
I mean,
also pretty
that's
good.
hibachi, but okay.
You go to Hood Hibachi, Leroy. I don't judge you for that.
What are you talking about? It wasn't cheap. It was
Okay?
just in the hood.
And you know what? Sometimes these shoes,
No,
aren't necessary, but they're
I
cheaper
call
than
it
here.
hood hibachi
Yeah.
because they spell it and pronounce it like another place.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Okay, so should I wait in line at these retail stores on Black Friday?
Nobody goes to stores
Right.
anymore. They shop online. Stop it.
Should I be on this app continuously attempting to secure my spot in line
For your
for a
hirachis,
shoe
hirachis.
that is going to be $540?
Mhm.
Is
Or
it?
should I wait for an unfortunate
Hold on.
accident to happen to someone?
Can
Now
I just say this?
I get it for $225.
Hold on.
A little bit of blood on it, just a little bit.
You wouldn't know it based on you because you probably covered in mud like a pig.
Okay, and see that again is my issue. I don't.
But this is
necessarily-
where we have an issue of you saying there's a culture behind it. Because what
Yeah.
is your culture? Not giving a rat's ass?
Okay, that's my culture, but there is a see you're diminishing
Hey.
the idea of second.
So wait a minute. Hold
Yeah.
on. If I may. I just went online to look up hirachis.
Yes,
I can get a pair of hirachis
yeah, affordable.
for $99.
Yes, affordable. for sure.
Okay.
Love Huarache. I buy those new.
But
Is that that's the slow Latin dance? That's a couple steps the other way.
No, it's not. Just,
That's what that is.
it's,
but wait. Here's what I'm confused by.
yes.
What's $99 new used? $12? They're
No, you
shoes.
don't- You don't need to buy Huaraches secondhand. What you need to buy is those damn Jordans. Look up Travis Scott Jordans.
Okay.
Those are the ones that it's like, you expect me to spend $675 on these shoes?
Why does he have his own Jordan? And why does anybody need to make a Jordan more famous than Jordan?
He's not athletic. I don't understand why he has it. Although Bam, had some sweet Jordans on media day.
He's a Jordan athlete.
I know he had the exclusive 8s, but they were like from PEs.
Okay.
Exclusive.
Okay.
Yes.
Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Retros.
Yeah.
$169.
There's no way. Okay. Try to purchase it.
What are they, like size 4?
I was gonna say, try to purchase.
Are they for
those.
tiny feet, little people?
This guy's
Are
Hold
you
on.
buying baby
Let me
shoes?
see. What size shoe you wear? What size, Frog Boy?
go for 11. How about that?
Okay. Men, size 11.
Yeah.
Okay. Add to cart. $169.
What's shipping?
You've
$400.
been had, hoodwinked, run amok.
Okay.
Plymouth
you
Rock
see that-
you didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on you.
Do you think you bought shoes that were actually worn by Travis Scott?
That's what they said. Well, then whose blood is this?
I'm just saying. I just added to cart.
Leroy, I can guarantee you, Travis Scott Jordans are not $160 readily available at all times.
So if I put my money, if I put my stuff in,
Yeah.
and buy them, you gonna give me my money for them?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I appreciate that.
No, I'm just saying. You
Yes.
saying they cost $600?
Go for
I
size
got
12.
some Travis Scotts.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
Is it with like 2 S's?
Also, what
No.
website are you on?
Travis Scotts. Oh, they could be used, huh? I'm on Matayu.
Yeah, don't trust that. Don't put your account information in that.
Matt told you.
Look,
Leroy.
he's right here.
Yeah. How do you spell that?
Leroy, I'm begging you not to put your credit card information in there because you're gonna get calls from countries you've never heard of.
Matoyu.
Wow. Why are we placating and helping his bad habit?
Matoyu. Yeah, Leroy. Why don't you go ahead and buy that from the
Don't do that.
the commerce agency in, I don't know, Slovenia, Leroy. Buy those $160 shoes.
This is what I have to do when there's not a mixed contract.
Okay. Hold
Sell
on.
used
It's a-
shoes.
Maybe, why don't you call their number? For,
These are 159. I'll see. Well, hold on.
Are you still on
Air
my-
Jordan Low, SP, Travis Scott, X Fragment.
Go to
right?
Dade South says those are Trevor Scott's.
Hey, look, no, just Travis Scott got the swoosh like this, right?
why don't you go to StockX?
Travis Scott.
Still don't-
Okay.
If you go to StockX, that is a credible source.
Why? Because they charge more? What is StockX?
My daughter, well, you know, as an aside, by the way, my daughter thinks she's very trendy these days,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I want a pair of Jordans," and I said,
Oh,
"What team did he play for?"
oh, okay.
She goes, "Space Jam."
The same shoes, dude. The same shoes cost $360.
All right. Well, Leroy's about to get hacked. We'll let you know. Headlines here brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Shout out to the Pinks.
Woo! That Messi. Good.
Oh, he's good.
Oh, he's
Hey,
good.
he comes back. He just scores 2 goals every game.
Wow, man.
Is
All
the
you need to do is just put him on ice for a little bit. That's it.
Is it supposed to curve like that? Does the ball
He can do whatever he wants. He is a
You
football
never seen the
magician.
movie Bend It Like Beckham?
Be honest.
Be honest, Posh. They got the supporters shield, which, by the way,
Oh,
cool trophy.
is it?
Yeah, you get an actual shield.
Oh, is it big?
Oh, it's very big.
Supporter.
Yeah, go take a look at that support. It was really cool. Like they could be
Oh,
like a Viking shield maiden made that.
dang, this is good.
Yeah, it's really cool. They like you brutes who only care about making the playoffs, they care about the regular season in MLS. It's a big deal.
Win a cup.
When they won the shield.
Well, okay, my bad. Win a shield. Yeah, bums.
See that?
Not a
How much
short-
is that? Right here.
That's $110 right there.
Okay.
You got it.
And that's on your website.
All right.
So
Still, though,
somebody
I mean,
buying those shoes, and you think they spent $600 for them.
You're right.
And so you like, oh, he balling. He ain't balling. He paid the same price you paid for you shoes.
Thursday night
Y'all
football
say, I'm
tonight.
gonna get got. This dude been getting got for the last 30 years.
No, because it's a culture, Leroy. You don't
Yeah,
understand.
it's a culture.
It's a culture.
You know what?
You got it.
I'd like to say something to your culture.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Tonight's Thursday night football. The Tampa Bay Bucks, they take on the Atlanta Falcons.
Damn,
Atlanta-
doesn't it seem like Atlanta Falcons was just on nighttime TV or prime time?
They were. I think they were 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
That was the Eagles collapse.
Oh.
Saquon Barkley dropped the football.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
So they're at it tonight. Falcons 2-point favorites at home. So people
I can see it. I can see
buying
it.
on the Bucks.
I think everybody's still as good as Tampa looks at times.
Hmm?
They struggle a little bit, so people may have questions.
Well, speaking of struggling, the Dolphins' nightmare continues. Jaelan Phillips
Yep.
done for the season. We'll get into that coming up next.
Got what you
Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you rascals up until 2. WQAM has partnered with Mobile Mike Media Relations, the Florida Highway Patrol, the Global Empowerment Mission, and multiple law enforcement agencies to coordinate a Hurricane Helene relief effort to support our Florida neighbors. If you guys can, stop by the shops at Pembroke Gardens today and make a donation, including generators, solar-powered lights, canned foods, baby diapers, and more, whatever you think could help out. For more on what you guys can donate, go to WQAM.com, and everyone at WQAM thanks you for your support. That is today over at the shops at Pembroke Gardens. So check that on out. And we know how hard it is down here when we get hit with a hurricane, trying to help out those who are dealing with it right now. I was listening to a story I was hearing Tyreek talk about this yesterday. He said his grandfather's house in Georgia, 2 trees fell into it. Won't leave.
Here's what you have to understand.
I said won't leave.
We live in a unique state that has resources, that has laws on how our properties are built to withstand a lot of these things. So what happens in other states, like my state, Louisiana, we don't have those codes. They're not as rich. The state is not as rich. They don't have as many resources. People would not be able to afford the houses and the way they are built if you built them there. So you go into North Carolina and you go into the mountains and stuff like that, where people mostly build their houses with wood.
Yep.
And a storm like this, after it has traveled through 100+ miles of land, is still capable of doing this damage because of the infrastructure and how they build things there. And that's the thing that, we look at it and go, oh, it was just a category 1 when it got there. Well, that's because our stuff is built a little bit differently. And in New Orleans, everybody calls it Hurricane Katrina. It was not Katrina that caused the damage. It was the levees breaking that caused the damage. So there's just a lot of things, I know right now my whole family used to live within 2 miles of each other in the 9th Ward of New Orleans. They now live all over the country, and half of them I haven't seen.
That's crazy.
So that's what these storms do. And part of the reason why is because when they left, they realized that Louisiana was behind. Louisiana was poor. And for the same jobs they had in Louisiana, they could make almost twice the money.
It's pretty wild
somewhere
too,
else. So they never went back.
It always felt like in these storms when you're growing up, like it always felt like I'm worried about a tree blowing through my house, or I'm worried about something getting picked up and thrown through a window. And now it's like, man, the flooding has just gotten crazy, whether it be from dams breaking, which also happened with this storm, or just storm surge. It's insane. Because we saw, like how we were talking about this when we went down to the Heat for the tour, and how
it rained for 30 minutes and we could barely get through downtown.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not doing doom and gloom, but I'm genuinely like, what happens when the real one goes down here? Even with knowing the infrastructure, like we haven't gotten dumped on like that.
Keep in mind, earlier in the year when I had to go get fines.
Yeah.
Because it flooded so much downtown, his car was almost underwater. And that wasn't from a hurricane. That was just rain.
So if you guys can stop by,
why can't we just pump that water into the other water?
I don't know, man. Science.
Like we're surrounded by water. Why don't we find a way to pump that water out?
So yeah, Pembroke Gardens, shops at Pembroke Gardens today. If you guys want to go make a donation with that, check out WQM.com for more details on items and details on that. Miami Dolphins, their nightmare continues. I mean, there's it just, you want to talk about when it rains, it pours. Bad news for the Dolphins. It just keeps swooping in. Yesterday, we get the news Jaelan Phillips is done for the season. Partial tear on his knee, contact injury happened on the Monday Night Football game. Him and Jordan Poyer
Same thing that kind of happened to Rashid Rice.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. The crazy thing about it is I knew something was wrong because here's what you know. A football player will never just walk into the tunnel, right? Without trying, without nothing. Even for appearance. Do a little trot and then say, I can't go. He went into the blue tent and then walked directly into the tunnel and left. And they said he would not return 5 minutes after the play. And at that point, I was like, this is not good because I know how guys respond to injuries and what they try to do, even if it's to look like they're doing everything they can. The fact that he just walked in, right? I knew something was wrong. I didn't know how serious it was, but very rarely when you see an injury, do they say he's not returning that quick?
It's and he was already dealing with something too. Like he, so and people are saying, hey, science caught up. No,
Well,
unfortunate timing. He still beat science.
Here, let me tell you what could also be a factor in this. Depending on how he had to get his ankle wrapped, when you do tape your ankles, the pressure that you take off your ankles moves up to your knee and your hip. So that if you get caught in one of those awkward situations, if you don't have any tape, then your ankle takes some of it, your knee takes some of it, your hip takes some of it, right? If you don't, and you have one of those things taped up, then more of that pressure goes on the other two. And that could have been, a contributing factor also.
This was the hit here. You can see Jordan Poyer and him are both going for the ball, and he just takes him out right there.
Yep.
So pretty.
Still working for the other side, Jordan Poyer.
Hasn't been a great Dolphins tenure.
Still working for the other side.
Hasn't been a great Dolphins tenure. Jordan, there's JP, there's Jaelan Phillips, there's Jordan Poyer, and woof.
And nobody made the tackle.
Nah, nobody got it.
Yeah.
By the way, just to add on to that, but sucks, man. Like this guy had come back from an Achilles, and put in all that work to be ready for week one.
Is amazing. Was amazing, and
I just like you feel for him because he's already talked about the mental struggles of not even performing right now up to his standards because he's still coming back from it. Now he's got to basically be put on the shelf again for a year, and it's just an unfortunate play.
It's just I would say take your time, right? Because it's a long road, but he said he's ready for it. He's a young player. Everybody already has an idea of what he can do, and so you go from there. And I wish nothing but the best from him. He seems like he has the right frame of mind to be able to handle this.
Yeah,
and so you just take some time, regroup, and get ready for the long haul. It's unfortunate because all this is happening at the worst possible time for the team.
It was literally like the only thing. If you were the most optimistic Dolphin fan with how this year has been going, you're like, well, man,
it's the only positive thing.
At least Jaelan Phillips has made it back. Like, that's a great story. Oh, here. Why don't we just throw a bomb onto that too?
Right. But, and that was more of a freak accident.
Yeah.
But if you look around the league, there has been a lot of kind of weird injuries, like, and due to the fact of this is like high energy preseason. These first couple of weeks have been. Now I will say this. I did see the thing is people don't realize that was the play it happened on because he tried to stay in the game.
Yes.
And then it looked like he tried to take off on it. And then they viewed it, a non-contact injury.
I thought it was that's
right.
what I thought.
No, it happened before that.
I thought that it was a non-contact. Like they showed that little stubble step that he had.
Right. Yeah. And you're like, oh no.
Oh no.
Right. Because that looks like an Achilles.
But yeah, partial tear of the ACL. Now is to get surgery.
Partial. So partial is not as long as a full tear.
But
it's a little more trickier because some doctors will tell you it's almost better to have it just tear all the way.
Is that what happened to your boy from Michigan, McCarthy? Where's his full?
No, he had
meniscus, right?
Meniscus, which is weird that he's out for the year with a meniscus. So I'm wondering if it's something else. Because I had meniscus surgery. And I was walking the following week. And there's so many different levels to all these injuries that I've never heard of a guy missing a year unless they just said we're going to hold him back. I've never heard of a guy missing a year with just a meniscus tear.
It says that a trim takes 4 to 6 weeks, while full repair takes 6 to 8 months.
Okay, so you full repair then. I didn't know that because most of the time in football, you're just getting it trimmed. Right? We had Randall Cunningham had a debridement or whatever clean out, and he played in 2 weeks. So like this is the different levels that I'm experiencing when people have knee surgery. So it's like really hard, to really know. And that's why I tell you, when you hear all these injuries and people just put a date on it, I'm like, well, you don't know what they did. A lot of the stuff they have to do as far as cleanup, as far as repairing other things, you don't know until you get in there.
And it's also got to be one of these things where, like, hey, you did just come off an Achilles. Like,
right.
there's got
well, for him, you don't want to have him struggling to get back and then do something to his Achilles or now his hip.
Right.
So you just, like, let's take an abundance of caution and let's try to get him, back to where he needs to be.
We'll take a break. We'll hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel on the Jaelan Phillips.
Wait a minute. Whoa. I'd like to. We have never heard just a little bit from Mike McDaniel. I would appreciate it if you didn't say it. Just say we'll hear from Mike McDaniel.
We'll hear a lot of words from Mike McDaniel on this. Back after this.
Me too.
Oh my God! Welcome back. It was good though.
Good stuff.
That was good.
Pineapple under the sea.
Free Wendy's Frosties in the kitchen, Leroy.
Oh.
Pineapple under the sea. I guess they have a SpongeBob collection coming out, and I was telling Frog Boy
Yeah.
that means Tommy Tobin's going to be taking me to Wendy's a lot. He loves some SpongeBob.
Does this come with toys and stuff like that? Well, obviously you wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't know. It should.
It's weird because so if they put SpongeBob on TV and Wendy's, he'll want to go to Wendy's just to get the same Wendy's food. I don't know.
Well, they're like
Do they have special flavors?
they're like making a Krabby Patty, but what we had was pineapple under the sea Frosties.
Oh, does it taste like pineapple?
Had pineapple and mango in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vanilla Frosty.
I gotta tell you, I'm a mango flavor guy,
Yeah.
but not an actual mango guy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I can't have actual mango because I break out in hives.
Right.
Very weird.
From the neck.
You sure it's not from the lion while you eat mango?
Oh.
Oh, what?
The lying,
I don't know.
the storytelling.
I'm not telling
Whopper.
stories. I'm not telling whoppers.
The
Oh
fibbing.
my goodness, dude!
Apparently, people can be very allergic to mango syrup.
sir. Uh-oh.
Just
You can't hang out. You can't hang out with old boy and
Marcus?
DeMarcus. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's get a little or a lot of Mike McDaniel here properly.
Can I ask a question before we start?
Yeah.
What are you expecting him to say?
I don't know.
Because I think he has a presser every day, and there's not a whole bunch that changes especially from Tuesday to Wednesday, because Tuesday's players' day off.
Right.
Wednesday to Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday are the big practice days.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing he's just going to talk about Jaelan Phillips, but what
that's
can you possibly want to ask him? You know what I mean? Like that you haven't asked yesterday.
Yeah, this was, I think, the big news. I think when he spoke, it was literally right after Jaelan Phillips.
Okay.
announced that
I
he was
got
out.
you. I got you.
Here was Mike McDaniel's reaction to JP's injury.
There's contact injuries that, is a freak one at that, because, it was probably the first time that I've had friendly fire, as they say, Poyer and him having, I can't remember what quarter it was, but they both got injured on the play, aggressively trying to take down the ball carrier. So it's it was a partial that the medical experts needed to go fix, and beyond that, I'll leave that to Jaelan to speak on more. But
yeah, there you go. Oof.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because if I'm not mistaken, they have said to me sometimes a full tear is better than a partial tear.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure as far as the healing process.
Well, that was isn't that what happened to Tannehill? Didn't Tannehill have a partial
He had a
tear?
partial
I
tear,
don't know if it
and
was ACL, but he
and they
tried to rehab it.
And then it tore.
Yeah. Nightmare.
That's right. They told him he should have had surgery or something. He's like, nah.
They said he could have surgery.
Well, it was, and I think it was one of these things where Adam Gase, he said that Ryan Tannehill beat science.
Yeah.
Right.
And he did not. And then we were stuck with Jay Cutler.
Although Jaelan Phillips did beat science.
No, he did beat science.
This is different.
He beat science.
Yeah.
Luck, and caught him, I guess.
Yeah.
Bad luck.
And the Bills. We know what you really are, Jordan.
Jordan Poyer, I would say his Dolphins tenure has not gotten off to a great start.
I haven't seen them.
Not gotten off to a great start. He played with a giant glove that got stuck in a face mask, and he ruined Jaelan Phillips. You ruined him.
The only good story we had thus far. You mentioned that, and then I tried to think of like another good.
Give me something else positive. Give it to me. What do you got?
Maybe
Jake Bailey's punting that went out the window this week.
Yeah, true.
He cost us 3 points.
The only thing I can potentially think is
Nope.
Not even Calais or
all right. Yeah, those guys. Calais Campbell and Zach Sealer once again trying to lift the Dolphins on their shoulders, 2 giants.
Yeah.
And not even that is working out.
But literally, there's no other positive storyline. Nothing.
The Dolphins got an interception on the 6 and couldn't get a touchdown.
Couldn't get a touchdown.
On the 6. What are we doing?
That's 2 Leroy Horde runs.
I mean, they were saying the right things yesterday about Snoop Huntley. Snoop saw some stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
of
he's
course.
got.
It's not something that's just going to happen overnight, and it's one of those things where you almost hope he didn't have a strong arm, because he would have launched that thing higher and earlier, right? In both cases, because when you think you have a strong arm, sometimes you'll try to make the throws not the so that the receiver runs under it, but you try to put it more directly on him. So yeah, but like they'll practice and they'll, you know, figure it out. And like to expect, like you would hope, seeing that you could hit a couple of them, maybe not everyone, but one of them, just for the sheer fact that the guys play quarterback. But you also understand that he's never played with Tyreek or anybody with that kind of speed. And so therefore, it becomes a situation where you kind of, you know, have to get used to the speed of this team.
They said today that Odell, they'll have an idea on his playing status because they only had a walkthrough yesterday. Today's a full speed practice.
Right.
And that'll get the idea about whether or not he'll be good to go for Sunday.
Okay.
Are you eating the Frosty right now?
No, I didn't. I just the smell of pineapple just overtook me.
You're a child.
It's just really good.
I can't say anything.
You're a child who buys dead people's shoes.
I once ate a 10-piece. I'm not gonna get mad at him over a Frosty.
Did you so you Leroy, you didn't buy him those shoes, right? Because
Leroy,
that was definitely a hack. Like you definitely
even from his own website, they were 110.
All right, Leroy, I did some research. I didn't want to do this to you, but I'm going to do this to you now. You know what you just did? You're that guy in Uno who's like, oh, look, I got 3 red cards and I only have 2 left. And you don't know the guy right next to you has 3 draw 4s and he's ready to kill.
What?
This is what evidence A. What you exhibited, these $110 shoes, right? Oh, these are $110. First of all, we can tell that
they're used.
These shoes right here are used in micro wrestling, if you know what I'm
Those
talking
are baby
about.
shoes.
These are baby shoes. If you don't think these are baby shoes, I looked at the sizes, and as you can see, not only did the price go up, the size is in 2Y, 2C, 2 whatever. But then what did I do? I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and find those shoes in women's, for example. You click in women's, that same exact shoe, minimum price listed here, $639 for a size 6.5. Good luck. What size does Sophia wear? Is it 6.5? Because you can get it for a whopping $700. But no, let's go ahead and keep judging him, shall we? We continued. How much would it cost on an adult foot? Remember the 11 that I asked for? That is a whopping $360 to begin. But if you look at the actual price as it continues,
that's just placing a bid.
No, that's just the lowest price, which is probably the smallest size. And yeah, if you want to place a bid, you can.
Oh, wait. So they charge more for bigger shoes?
Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
If you open
sizest.
Now, if you go to what I mentioned previously as how expensive they could be.
Jeez.
1,700.
What's so great about that shoe?
Nothing.
It doesn't even look like it looks hideous.
It's an ugly shoe.
So,
right.
That shoe looks like it would be a TJ Maxx because they made mistakes.
Yeah, they actually put the check the wrong way. Let's go ahead and charge $2,000.
Now wait, so you said I'm getting scammed. No. I think you're getting scammed if you try to get them shoes.
I agree, which is why I wait for
it. Would have been really funny though if Leroy did buy you the shoes and they were for baby.
No. Those weren't the shoes that I was getting.
Are you sure?
Positive. Different website.
Make sure you're seeing the size, dude. I'm just saying, triple check.
He's making things up, dude. And I looked up that Matuyo, my YouTube, my Yoto website you were talking about.
Yeah.
And Babushka works in that factory where they're creating those shoes.
Man, wild. Whew.
I want an apology, Leroy.
Nope.
Fair.
You stood strong.
Just
you wouldn't have. It would have been fine, right? If first of all, if you wouldn't be buying used shoes, we wouldn't even be having these conversations.
so it's my fault. I think you're gaslighting me. I don't know what's going on.
All right. When we come back, Tyreek Hill,
Hmm?
he needs to learn a little thing called time
Hmm?
and place.
Oh, T&P.
A little T&P for Tyreek. Back after this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Valoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Teos, and the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Miami Dolphins getting ready for the New England Patriots. Odell Beckham Jr. fully practicing yesterday. It was a walkthrough. He is expected to fully practice today. They'll get a sense of his play and see if he's going to be good to go. He has opened his window off the IR, so that's good news. Hopefully he can help there. Canes getting ready for Cal this week. We got a game day, college game day, 10:30 kickoff from the West Coast. So that should be a fun one. We also got UFC this weekend going on at the same time. I'm going to enjoy that for sure. MLB playoffs, Leroy. A lot of sweeps in the wild card round. The Astros, they finally bounced, Leroy. Get those bastards out of here.
quickly, I might add.
Tigers, they win 5-2. Royals beat the Orioles 2-1. They're moving on. Padres beat the Bravos 5-4. The only
hey, what makes you feel better? The Braves out or Houston out?
Braves, they can go to hell. Yeah, I don't have a lot of quibbles with Houston. You know, if you wanted to ask like who's my ire going to be drawn to, the Braves or Houston, it's Braves by a long shot.
Yeah,
Braves, Mets, Phillies, they all can go to hell. Today we'll have Game 3, Mets Brewers. That gets going tonight at 7:00. Of course, the winner will move on, and the divisional rounds will start up on Saturday. Got Detroit and Cleveland 108 on Saturday.
Is baseball the shortest postseason? Or
longest season, shortest postseason?
Right. It's pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Because you can play like.
Yeah, they're gonna be done by the end, by Halloween, basically.
Isn't that like wrong though? Like for a sport that is kind of boring, wouldn't you want like the most exciting part of your season to be longer than a month?
Of course.
It's like 8 months of
yeah, but here's how it is with baseball. And I find myself doing this a lot. If you got to wait too long to see the series you want to see, you just won't watch baseball. It's not like that with other sports, right? You don't say that about football if there's a 2-week break, you know?
Yeah.
And so from that standpoint, I think having baseball every night and everything flowing gives you a chance to follow it more instead of big breaks. I sometimes hate when basketball does that. Basketball does that too. Sometimes they get 3 or 4 day breaks. If you were
first round, second round, yeah, for sure.
If you were interested in that team and you can't figure out when the hell they're playing next, you just might lose interest in basketball if it's not your team.
This was tweeted yesterday. Take it for what it's worth. But Chad OchoCinco, he tweeted, "I'm fighting James Harrison in an exhibition MMA format 3-round bout in New Orleans before the Super Bowl. I'm so excited."
I would like to ask,
what?
Why James Harrison is not in your weight class. He's nowhere near your weight class, and he's a monster.
That being said, does he train to fight? I mean, we know that Ocho, he boxes.
Okay.
There is no punch.
But here,
on James
it's almost like a middleweight fight and a heavyweight.
Yes.
So you just gonna walk through that?
Well, I don't know. If you tire him out, you got to tire him out. I don't know what.
Let me tell you,
there's not.
I don't see James. I don't see James Harrison doing the booty up.
Well, I mean, he's a monster.
Right. That's my point.
He's a monster. We've never seen him fight, but he couldn't get tired.
You think he's gonna go in there and just swinging like they? Can I just tell you, amateur boxers do have a tendency to do that. The bell rings and they go crazy, and then only 30 seconds is gone in the first round,
and they're exhausted.
And they realize, oh no,
they're exhausted. And he is like his weightlifting drills. When you see him,
that's what I'm saying.
It's insane.
Like Ocho eating big McDonald's.
Yeah, but Ocho does he does a lot of in the gym. It's boxing. It's not MMA,
dude. Listen to me. They have weight classes for a reason.
What does Ocho go at? Where is he at right now?
190 tops?
Sheesh.
Like, yeah.
Steven says James Harrison stayed in shape but got bigger. Let's see.
Hey.
Is he? I wonder if he is fight. Let me see. Maybe we can go to his Instagram. Maybe he's got some fighting clips up.
His whole career was a fight.
Right,
what?
That's what I'm
Every
saying.
time he went out
Like,
there.
do you understand the type of individual to play on the end of the line of scrimmage versus a wide receiver? I don't care how skilled the wide receiver is.
So you're just saying he's just built different because of
right.
His neck too, like part of being able to absorb a hit is good neck power.
He don't have no neck. It just his head just sit right up on them traps.
I have a better feeling that Chad will hurt his hand more than he'll hurt James Harrison.
Right now, I'm looking at James Harrison. I forgot that he's in a wrestling show.
Is he?
A pro wrestling show. Yeah, it's Heels. He's one of the the characters in that.
Makes sense, right?
Oh yeah.
That is the guy who OchoCinco thinks he can take.
Now I'm seeing a video of him with a dog who's very menacing looking, which of course James Harrison would have.
Yeah.
There you go. Of course.
He usually posts these like.
I don't see him in any MMA training though.
Okay. Oh, they doing MMA.
He's walking a full-size horse, and the horse looks like a pony.
875 pounds he's squatting.
Oh, Jesus.
So wait, question: are they doing MMA or boxing?
It says MMA.
Oh my goodness! So
he can grab.
So that means that
he could just spear him.
Here, this is what it's gonna look like.
What are you talking
Come
about?
here, Chad. That's what it's gonna look like.
He's pushing a sled of 1,000 pounds right now. Over 1,000 pounds.
That was yesterday.
This is like.
Hey, wait,
yes,
y'all remember the video when Ocho tried to knock Ray Lewis down?
Oh yeah,
and Ray Lewis wasn't even looking.
That did not work out for him.
Right.
Well, he's gonna have to be on his bicycle for sure. He's gonna have to stick and move.
Are you really giving him a shot? Like
I don't know if James Harrison can fight.
They don't have to fight. He could just jump on him.
You know bodies though. Like
wait. You say OchoCinco's a boxer.
Hmm.
But I would say James Harrison's more of a wrestler.
Well, he could just grab him.
Right.
That's gonna be a problem
just
for Ocho.
box him.
Well, I don't think. I think James Harrison's probably like, I can't beat you in boxing.
Look, there's a lot of boxers who just say, "I'll just box," and then they get kicked in the teeth.
It's funny you mentioned that, Leroy, because we have a story of that. Familiar with Conor McGregor?
Yes.
Conor McGregor, he revealed something. He said that he has been in talks with Turki Al-Sheikh, who's infiltrated from himself into the fight game, giving a lot of Saudi money to.
Is his name actually Turkey?
Yeah,
Turkey.
Yeah.
I
don't know if that's a name or a title, but that's what they refer to him as.
Oh, okay.
Just for clarity's sake.
I'll take it.
But this was Conor McGregor, and him saying that he's trying to set up an MMA match, 2-fight match, MMA, one in boxing, with Terence Bud Crawford.
Crawford is very slick. He also has a wrestling pedigree. So you know they're always talking to me about bouts. I've already boxed a boxer. You want me to box a boxer? MMA is me. You know what I mean? I'm the most generated. I generate the most. So we're talking back and forth. It's like a 2-fight deal. He rings up Crawford in front of me the day after the fight. I said, Crawford, gets on the phone. I said, Crawford, they're talking to me here about you and me. A 2-fight deal, MMA first, boxing second. I said, I know you have an extensive background and balls the size of a Bengali tiger. They're asking for a fight. It's going to be hundreds of millions on the line. What's up? And he goes, I don't want to take a kick. Or I don't fancy taking a kick off Conor McGregor, he said. So you got to respect that.
Okay. All right. So Terence Crawford said he turned it down because he didn't want to take a kick, which, by the way, as a boxer, smart.
Right.
Smart.
Right. You looking at hands and then all of a sudden the leg come up and hit you on the side of the head. You're like, where'd it come from? Who did that?
Also, the first fight being in MMA too, before he goes over to boxing.
Right. So he won't be able to box.
So Terence Crawford, he explains why he turned down the Conor McGregor fight. Here was Terence Crawford.
I heard that Turkey offered you a 2-fight deal to fight Conor McGregor, one in the ring and one in the octagon. Is that true? Is that true, bud? You gonna fight Conor McGregor, dude?
I told Conor to himself. I said, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, me and Conor, they called me. You know what I mean? They offered me to fight. And me and Conor got on the phone and we started politicking, you know, trying to figure something out. And I just told him, man, I'm not getting in no octagon with you so you can be kicking me and elbowing me and shit. And so he get to laughing and shit. He like, man, I respect that. Yeah. He was like, man, because you respect my sport just like I respect your sport. And you understand that if you get in the octagon with me, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Yes. Just like if I get in the boxing ring with you, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. Yeah. He was like, but we'll make us tie that money. I said, yeah, sometimes it ain't about the money. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can make money. Yeah. You ain't about to be kicking me, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Them kicks and elbows, man, that shit ain't no joke.
Wow.
Hey.
Great job.
-1.
Why?
Whoa. You know why.
-1.
You know why. I saw them eyes. Oh, one got through.
My bad.
So, look, and you know what I appreciate about this is that Conor didn't keep talking trash to him. He respected the man and say, you know what? I think Conor has a problem when people don't respect his sport and say it wouldn't be no big deal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so let's run it back. So Ocho is a boxer.
Yep.
So he don't know nothing about that octagon.
No.
So why?
And I don't know if James Harrison does either.
Hey, so we got a guy eating McDonald's that's going to get in the ring with a guy squatting 1,000.
I mean, Ocho's in good shape. He
can be in excellent shape. How much Ocho weigh? 190?
Doesn't look like very much.
Right. Now, so
like it looks like James Harris. If I didn't know Ocho boxed,
James Harris had to make Ocho's weight, he would have to cut off a leg.
Yes.
Right.
And,
do you understand just the sheer weight difference is going to mean Ocho's in the ring with somebody he can't hurt?
He's going to have to get him tired.
Or you're going to have to kick him in the side of the head.
Yes.
And you can't, listen, you can't just kick folks, right? There's a skill to it. As everybody has told me. You can't just go up there and kick.
Unless
now,
he's got
here's what I picture. He been practicing his kicking game. He go up there and kick, and old James catch that leg. And everybody go, uh-oh. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't coming like when we watch guys get kicked in the head, these are professionals, and they done been doing it their whole life. When they get kicked in the head, it comes as a shock to everybody, except the people watching.
Who's that Cuban guy? Yoel
Romero.
That's what I imagine he's gonna be like a physical just
look at that.
Man.
Look at that. What? You know what he got? You know what that is? Ocho on the left, Ocho on the right. He lifting 2 Ochos right now. It's just with the chains.
Guy's so strong, he's got to put accessories onto his weights.
Right. Like, come on. Like, really?
Hmm.
They ain't gonna be a weight. Like, you know, he go and can I just say this?
I mean, Ocho did get knocked down by a bare knuckle fighter with like a 1-4 record.
He didn't, dude. Come on. There's a lot of ways to get knocked out. Not going.
He didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down.
He might as well have been knocked out. I'm just saying. Like, sometimes when your fall is ugly, just stay down. Stay down, champ. Stay down. Stay down. And see, here's the problem. His boys was ringside laughing.
Oh, yeah.
So they like your boy got knocked out. He had to get knocked out like that, though. They laughing at it. So look, kudos for trying. I appreciate it. He might get, they're gonna get some money from it or whatever. But that's not, as a person who had to play against James Harrison. Let me just say, no. Okay? No. Like, that's not a game I want to play. I don't care how old they are. And James Harrison, is he younger than T.O.?
James Harrison?
Yeah.
Let's see. How old is James Harrison at this moment?
You sure he wasn't talking about Marvin Harris?
He's 46.
Ooh, that'd be a fight right there.
You think he was talking about Marvin Harrison?
Yeah.
They're in the same weight class at least.
Rodney Harrison, maybe? Like,
yeah. You sure he said James?
They're both 46.
Both 46? One's a different 46, though. I would admit. Dude, come on. Like, Ocho owns a cat, and he walking a horse.
I feel like James Harrison could start for the Dolphins this weekend if he wanted to.
Right, but that's, look.
Yep. We were there.
You were there?
Yeah, that was at a Hard Rock.
Oh, nice.
That was that was Logan Paul versus Floyd.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
Yeah.
And he's standing over. You ain't got to hold him back. Like, come on. This ain't for the heavyweight championship of the world. Like, you think you're going to go hit him again? Nah. Look at that. Go back to the previous picture. Yeah. Now go back. There. That's what we dealing with. Right? This Drago versus Rocky. The first one. What are we doing?
And he gave him the ability to, like, hold him? Like, he didn't choose boxing. This is just crazy.
Hey, so right. So here's what I'm thinking. Because I would say James is learning something just being around these guys. You see what I'm saying? He might even be training with them. So he's learning something. With Chad, he like the guy that hits the bags at LA Fitness. What he doing?
No, he does. He trains. Well, when it was open, he was training at Tropical Park. I don't know where he trains now, but he used to train at the Muhammad Ali with.
Okay. No, but I'm saying MMA in there too.
No, just boxing.
Okay, dude. Like, what?
6'1", 192, according to Wikipedia on Chad OchoCinco.
Yeah, 190.
James Harrison, 6 foot 242.
240. Guess what? You realize that means he's lost weight. So now they both heavyweights.
Yep.
Goodness, dude. Now I will say this. Chad in that picture, I don't know whether it's because he doing a forced push-up to get up off the canvas, but he looked like he a little ripped. So I'm not gonna say he ain't in shape. Right? But
no.
if James Harris got in that same pose, you'd be like, oh my God, Chad, don't do it.
No, I definitely see some pictures of Chad that, like, he has a better looking body, but in regards to like
then
that,
James Harrison,
yeah, like watch, I'm gonna show you now. He's shredded. Chad is shredded, but there's just something about this.
But being 6'1" and 190, you should be shredded.
Exactly.
You know somebody that's 6'1", 190 that look fat? He ain't 6'9", he's 6'1", 190. That's what I'm saying.
James Harrison's a TV star now. He's looking pretty good, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
God, I haven't seen him in the new heels stuff, but from this weigh-in photo, look, Chad.
Yeah, that's what 6'1", 190 looks like, dude. And he does take care of his body. I'm not even saying that. I'm not saying he's not in shape. Now, if James Harrison got in that same pose, we'd all be saying, why, Chad? Why? I promise you. Dude, I played against this guy. I'm telling you, He is a monster.
He looks big, dude.
Look at
He
that.
looks-
Look at that. Look at that. Hey.
Oh no.
His arms look like the same size as Chad's legs.
That weight that he has in his hand too looks like disrespect.
I bench press with that. He lifting it with one arm. With a barbed wire tattoo. Like, y'all playing.
A barbed wire tattoo does
Look
make
at
it more menacing.
You know what he look at that? He said, you know, let me tell you what he thinking. Chad wanna fight me. Like, come on. You know what he could do? He said, Chad, come over here, sit on this arm. And just start curling Chad. Like, yeah, what's up?
J Fig goes, barbed wire tattoo. That's tough.
That's tough.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Take a break.
What are we doing? If you have a heavyweight fight and one guy's 50 pounds over the other guy, then one guy's fat, right? They don't look like that 50 pounds away.
Take a break. Back after this.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Leroy has gone off to do Cleveland things for a few minutes, so just you and me, old frog boy.
Flirting with the enemy, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
It's
You
not the
know,
enemy. Not
doing
really
his thing. But since he's not here, let's get some liners out of the way.
All right.
You know, because we got to let you guys know you guys can join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars Wednesday, October 9th, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a sample of Jack Daniel's Bonded Series, a nice Drew Estate cigar, and sports talk with the WQM on-air staff. Must be over 21. Drink responsibly. Official partner, the Main Man. There's no way better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online to www.themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Call them today, 866-FAIR-FEE. So that'll come up next Wednesday, less than a week away from Whiskey Stars and Cigars. Hopefully everybody can make it on out. We got a very exciting week next week. I mean, this is, you know, football's back, which is great, but it's also been miserable.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't, what are we going to do here today? You know, it's like people every day, you guys want me to come in here and bitch about Mike McDaniel being unable to put up any points. I will say, Tyreek Hill, I was thinking about this yesterday, Marcos. And Tyreek Hill doing the trolling, right? It's very cute when you're doing that, when you're a good team and you're putting up record numbers and who's going to tell the cheetah what to do and whatnot. And I get it. He likes to have fun on social media. But time and place, dude. Like, to be honest with you,
yeah,
I don't think yesterday was the day for him to get all cute with the trade rumors.
Okay, but you're contradicting yourself right now.
Mm-hmm.
You say tradition is tradition.
Yep.
Turnover change should be happening whether the team is 1-10 or 10-1.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill is just being Tyreek Hill, whether or not, you know, it's a 1-4 team or 4-1.
But everybody has said with Tyreek Hill that he in Miami has taken a leadership role, that he's looked upon to be a face of the franchise, a leader guy. And so he goes, woke up to trade news, exciting. And it's like, all right, you know, first off, I know that he was just referring to the Devontae Adams stuff. You know that he was just referring to Devontae, but just to kind of let it simmer. And then he lets it simmer for a few hours. And then he's like, you know, I love trolling you nutcases. It's like, great. Congratulations, Tyreek. I'm glad that you had a fun chuckle over it. And that's good and all. But your team is imploding, and you really haven't been playing that great as it is. I understand that, you know, better throws from your QBs, maybe your game looks a whole lot different, but pretty laissez-faire when you Olayed that football and let the Tennessee Titans just pick it up out of nowhere. You know, and so I would just say maybe the jokey jokes, not this week.
Wow. Okay.
Not this week.
All right.
Not this week. TNP.
TNP.
Isn't it? It's the same thing with Jimmy Butler, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that Jimmy Butler is going to be Jimmy Butler, right?
Yep.
But Pat Riley, the reason he got so pissed is, hey, you're not playing. It's not that we don't love you. It's not like we don't understand and you can't let you be you. But as a mature adult, TNP, little time and place. And you know, the more I sit back where it's like, oh, the Jaelan Phillips news comes out yesterday. Here you have Jaelan Phillips, who would give anything to go play football, right? Yeah. Pouring his heart out, you know, writing a whole post on social media. And it's like, man, that's a bummer. And then in the same website, minutes later, Tyreek Hill's going, LOL.
Okay.
You know,
that's a good point.
Like TNP. That's it. I'm not saying I'm not usually, you know, for me, I'm upset Jimmy Butler didn't show up with shenanigans on media day. I love shenanigans.
True.
But you just lost to the 0-3 Titans, dude. Like, you're trolling this week on trade news?
And it's not like we lost and you had a great game.
Right.
It kind of contributed.
You haven't given me my 200. Where's Cheetah doing Cheetah things? So it's fine. I don't want him out of here. I'm not here to call him a fat cat.
Well, hold on.
Although I would like you to meet those allegations. They are out there, Cheetah. All right. I am a Tyreek Hill fan. He has been tremendous. Watching this guy do his thing, he's voted the #1 player in the NFL. Great. Got his munyon. Happy for him. I would think yesterday when Jaelan Phillips is having one of the worst days of his career, your team is in the worst stretch that they've been in with you as a Miami Dolphin. 2 games under 500. You've never been here as a Miami Dolphin, and you being in that position, Cheetah, I would have put the jokey jokes away yesterday. Not the time. Even I understand time and place. Like when I do Nikola Jovic voice.
Okay. All right.
The time to do that
is
is safely in the studio.
Okay.
It's not behind his back. I'm not making fun of him. I'm not making fun of him.
All right, then why
And
did
you guys want me to do a babushka voice in front of him.
If you're not making fun of him, there's no harm. Why not do it?
I'm not making fun of him. I don't know how he's going to take it. I don't even know if his grandmother's alive.
Thought it was his mom. Is it his mom?
Hard to say.
Oh, they sound like okay. Yeah, okay. There's definitely a time and place for sure. But are you attempting to muzzle Tyreek?
I'm not attempting to muzzle him. But here's the thing. I'm not attempting to muzzle him because he's saying things that are just trying to get a rise out of people. If Tyreek Hill wanted to come out here and mother bleep Mike McDaniel and wanted to mother bleep the quarterbacks that they picked to replace Tua, fine. I'm all for the honesty. But he's actively trolling and lying in the midst of a game week where you guys are stinking up the joint. Not the time. Not the time for the jokey jokes.
Okay.
That's all.
No, that's fair. Do you expect that same, and have you seen that same change from McDaniel? Do you think that, all right, McDaniel, usually you got all these, write that down. I'm a big snack time
Definitely
guy.
less witty.
Less witty this
Definitely
week.
less witty.
Okay.
Almost, too depressing.
Oh,
he needs to pick himself up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Some people need to pick themselves up by their bootstraps a little bit. And Mike McDaniel, right now, his bootstraps have him tied to the ground.
Fair.
He's got to pick himself up by his bootstraps. What are the bootstraps?
I don't know, actually. Do they strap to the horse? Is that like, because the boots don't have straps, do they?
I think they got those like little things.
Oh,
like,
in the back?
on the side.
Oh, the side.
You pull them up. Bootstraps.
Bootstraps. I looked that up. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, huh? Yeah, it wasn't until you brought up the idea of a Jaelan Phillips injury that's currently going on.
It's the bad. Like yesterday was a dark day for the Dolphins, right?
It was.
And I get it. You're Tyreek Hill. You like to keep things fun and loose, right? Yeah. And then, oh, by the way, he's telling this whopper yesterday. Well, I was trying to pump up my teammates on the sidelines.
You don't believe that?
No, you weren't.
Come on.
Get out of here, dude. I was trying to pump up my teammates. Yeah, you looked like you were real Tony Robbins out there. You looked super motivational.
Oh, yeah. Got him going. Got him really going.
I like it. He said even his mother sent him the video saying, what's going on here? So your mother doesn't know when you're being motivational and when you're being just pissed?
You know what, man? We need some professional lip readers in this world, man. Because you know what's crazy? My mom sent me that same video. She was like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. Like, you know how I get it doing football, man. Just me motivating my teammates, me just showing my passion, man. And, me just being a leader, man, because, we want to win, man. And if 2-5 rolling or whoever rolling, I'm going to say keep that train rolling. Keep that train rolling. Keep feeding them, coach. Let's go. Let's go. See, look, if you read my lips right there, you probably think I said something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Put that on mute.
-1.
Oh, what?
For deception.
No way.
Yeah.
-1.
How do you think he
for deception?
How do you know he didn't say that, though?
Come on, dude.
How do you know he didn't?
How do I know?
Why is he talking about?
Because come on, dude.
2-5? Is that Jaelan Wright?
That's Jaelan Wright.
So he's saying Jaelan Wright was rolling. That's what you know. For
The run
example.
game was really rolling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the run game
We
was.
need it. He's yelling about giving the ball to Jaelan Wright.
I'm sure he wasn't. I'm sure he wasn't. These bums can't get me the football. I'm sure that's not what it was. I'm sure it was. Keep it rolling. Like, dude, get out of here. What are we talking about? This dude is selling and telling whoppers.
That's unfortunate. You don't trust him.
It's not about trust.
I think he was doing his best. He was just trying to pump up the offense. Sometimes when you see your best player as emotional, it can motivate.
Keep feeding that train. 9 carries for 32 yards. Rolling.
I mean, better than Achan.
Achan, 10 carries for 15 yards. I don't even know what vehicle you call that.
That's worse than on
That's
foot.
Devon Achan. If Jaelan Wright was a train and that was a train, Devon Achan is the rascal they give you at Publix.
That's exactly what he is. That's the only thing that he could be.
Anyway, T&P Cheetah. That's all I'm saying, dude. Still love you. Still a fan. But time and place. Back after this.
once told me the word.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our favorite part of the day, where Marcos reaches into his mixed bag. What do we got today, Marcos?
Well, good sir, we've been talking local while Leroy abandoned us.
I'm sorry.
We missed you, man.
Caught me off guard there. I mean, listen, you know what? I understand the Dolphins' misery, but you know what I'm going through? 2 cities that are miserable.
Oh.
All right. So
You know what you signed up for with Jay Crawford.
and so that becomes you know, like I'm just I'm going with you guys going through twice.
What do you got for us today, DeMarcus Hop Hop Corley?
Who's
Marcus Chop Chop Corley, famous boxer.
Oh, I don't know him, but I'll take it now that I know his name. Hurts my feelings, but
Point for Tobin.
Day 3 of by the way, first take talking about Tyreek Hill getting off the Dolphins. Jesus.
Nothing else, huh? Nothing else.
Day 3.
They got a guy who actually said he wants to be off their team, and they're talking about a guy who.
They actually did that yesterday. I think the comparison was worse regret Tyreek Hill leaving the Chiefs or Devontae Adams leaving the Packers. Today it's should Tyreek Hill want to leave the Dolphins?
definitely Devontae Adams, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's got to be.
What do you got today, Marcos?
Mike McDaniel spoke on the number one story we've been talking about today, Jaelan Phillips injury. Just want to set the record straight. He still did beat science. As we mentioned earlier, he got injured from another player, Bills insider, Jordan Poyer.
Mole, dude.
But he's already doing what he needs to beat science.
He's very positive, and already working the process. And, you know, as football goes, you have to prepare, numerous people to fill a role like that. And I know the guys have a lot of motivation to accept that challenge because it's a great one.
All right. Well, the long road is ahead. Sucks. What else you got?
We saw a matchup for the ages this past Monday.
Ooh.
Between Leroy and Bam Adebayo.
Sure.
And dominoes. But apparently there is another person in Bam Adebayo's scope that may be his next victim. This is live from the Bahamas. Bam Adebayo talks about playing dominoes against Jimmy Butler.
And Jimmy haven't played since last year. We're gonna get a couple games in during training camp though, so I'll let you know after.
All right, the showdown.
Think they're gonna keep the same rules? Will there be?
Yeah, what are the rules going to be, Bam?
Oh man, why do you keep bringing? You didn't have to bring it up. We could have moved on today.
Sorry. Hey, and what did Nico say? That's all I'm gonna say.
Number one cheat. All right, that's what he said.
I got another one from Bam here.
Yep.
Talking about stepping into the record books.
Ooh.
Taking down the captain, Udonis Haslem, rebounding record this year.
You're almost going to pass Haslem soon for rebounds if he doesn't, sneak in and get a couple games of you. How do you feel about that?
Oh, nah, he done. Yeah, I'm breaking that. Yeah, it's over with for him.
He's not going to break it this year. He'll probably break it next year. Unless, he gets I think he has to get 800 rebounds.
Wow.
I don't think he's going to do it this year.
Most likely, he's got a while, right?
Most likely next year. If he goes by his averages, I believe he'll pass him next year.
I mean, it's not crazy.
Which is quick, considering that UD played 20 years.
Let's say he plays 70 games, about 11 and a half rebounds a game. He can get that record.
He's what he's been asked to do now. He's not gonna get there.
Yeah, I remember looking this up because we asked him about something like that similarly. Because let's see, total rebounds. Yeah, Bam still
doesn't include playoff, does it?
No, he's a while away. He's like 1,600 rebounds away.
1,600?
Yeah.
Okay.
Udonis has him.
That's 3 years, dude. 3 years.
Yeah. Udonis has him as 5,791. Bam Adebayo 4,275. He will probably pass everybody else this year, though. He will become second. Wow. He's got Dwayne Wade. He's about 200 from passing Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, 4th all time in Heat rebounds.
Wow.
Ronnie Cycli is 3rd, 4,544. The one that's going to be interesting is if he can catch Alonzo. 4,807. Bam Adebayo, let's see. His rebounding totals last year.
4,807. That's crazy.
Last year, Bam Adebayo had 737 rebounds, and that was a career high in 71 games.
Wow.
So 10 a game.
Telling you.
So he, so if he if he matches this year, he's going to pass. He'll become number 2, but he's not passing Udonis Haslem.
And but here's the kicker though. He's done it quicker than any of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Alonzo also played with another franchise. I don't know what Alonzo's total career was, but that's the Heat record.
Right.
What else you got?
Another team struggling in Florida. I'll actually be there this weekend for a little bit. Jacksonville. I know, right? The Jags head coach Doug Peterson wondering, has he lost the locker room?
Yeah, I would know. I talk to these guys every day. I see them every day. And no, I have not lost the locker room. I think these guys have done everything I've asked. They know what we need to do. And, they're not making excuses for it. And I'm not going to make excuses. And we just got to go do it.
Here's the thing, though. No one ever knows that they lose the locker room. Yeah. The locker room knows that you lost the locker room.
That's exactly what
that's how it works. Like a lot of the time, a boss can be aloof and not realize that, hey, it's not going so great.
True.
Leroy, have you ever been in a situation where the coach lost the locker room?
Yes, I have.
Ooh.
Let me tell you. My rookie year, Bud Carson was the head coach. And we were terrible. I'm talking 3-13 terrible. And it got to about the middle of the season.
Oof.
And there had been rumors, there had been smuttering around the locker room that he was about to get fired. And it was on TV and the media were writing stories about, who's going to be next and all this. And so one morning, a Monday morning, after a loss, of course, Bud Carson got up. He looked around and he said the words that are still in my brain to this day. Men, there's a lot of rumors about me getting fired, let go, losing the locker room. Let me be honest with you. If I'm out of here, I'm taking some of you sons of bitches with me. That's what he said. So at that point,
wow,
I must confirm, yes, he lost the locker room.
Wow. He declared war against the locker room right there.
Oh no, hey. I never saw Bud again.
Okay. Did he take anybody with him?
Nah, he wasn't there. But I will say this. It was like a 30-person turnover when Belichick came in the next year. So, yes.
Sound like the Marlins now.
I tell you what.
Ball's fine.
I was in the back dozing off, and then he said that, and I went, excuse me?
We'll take a quick break. Next hour coming on up. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Back after this. All right, welcome back.
Y'all act like you never seen a white person before.
Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Leroy, get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover Law Firm. RelaxedAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE. At Demesman and Dover.
All right. It looks like the breeze is about, I'm going to say closer to 15 miles an hour. It looks kind of breezy. Winds are coming out of the east, maybe a little southeast, easterly. It is partly cloudy, but again, I'm limited by what I can see out of the windowplex. And I would say look for a straight shower. We had a couple of drops yesterday, nothing major. But it is South Florida, so it could be pouring over at J-Fig's house and not a drop here. So that's just the nature of the weather.
Very
it's
true.
right around 90 degrees again. The humidity has picked up again, so it feels a little muggy.
Yeah. How do you do, Frog Boy?
He did almost too good. It is 91 degrees. He said it was 90. He said the winds were coming out of the east southeast. They are indeed at about 10 miles per hour. Said it's partly cloudy. It is currently, and there's a stray shower or thunderstorm possible, which is like
Florida
every day.
Every day. So I have a project I have to do.
What's that?
I am changing the cartridge to my filter in my pool. You know, the thing that you put the filter in. I'm changing it myself because these pool people are just being ridiculous. Right?
I can change it.
I can change it too. All I need is 4 screws. And they want to charge me like $1,800 for it.
I'll charge you $1,700 and I'll do it with 3 screws.
It don't matter. You still too much. The part only costs about $800 or $900. So I'm gonna pay twice as much to have somebody put it in.
I'll use 2 screws in a cardboard box. Final offer.
I could go stop a pool guy and give him $100 and he'll come put it in.
I'm sure we got some pool guys listening to us.
I'll do it for
It's ridiculous. Like, dude, look, I don't mind paying you for the service, but you mark up the product and mark up the service. Come on.
Yeah, 4 screws shouldn't be $1,000 in labor.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's literally 4 screws.
Are they like special screws? Like you need
No, it's into the concrete.
Okay.
All I need is a damn drill. Got one.
But you need one that penetrates concrete.
No, the hole's already there, dummy.
So what the hell are they charging so much?
Exactly.
Okay, final offer. I'll do it for $200 and some ribs.
It'll be done by then. Because then I got to wait for him to come over too. So you're going to inconvenience me and then charge me an arm and a leg? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Florida Panthers, by the way, winning yesterday in preseason action. 2-1 in OT. Spencer Knight looking good between the pipes.
Nice.
How's he coming along? That's see, in other sports, like in football, he would already be called a failure. Right? In basketball, he might be called a bust. But in baseball and hockey, it works a little bit differently. So I don't know what the process is. He came up really early. It didn't work out. He had, some things because he was a kid. Right? So I don't understand, how that quite
wasn't
works.
the issue, though, right? He didn't have a
talent wasn't the issue. No,
talent wasn't the issue. He had he was dealing with OCD from the pandemic, and then the Panthers kind of were rolling and contending.
Yeah.
So like it was just a timing thing. But I mean, a kid won a playoff game at 19.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's
everybody thinks the kid's going to be amazing, and Bob's got 2 years left on his deal. I don't know what his hockey future is. I don't know how long Sergei Bobrovsky wants to play hockey.
Right.
Probably like, I didn't feel like the time to ask him that at media day, but it would be one that would be interesting to ask him, like, how much longer does he want to keep doing this?
I think
'Cause I don't know
let
in
him
hockey.
do it as long as he wants, right?
Yeah. I mean, now, yeah. I mean, the guy went from everybody wanting him out of the damn team to he's probably going to be in the rafters one day. So, I don't know. I don't know how long Sergey wants to keep playing hockey. I'm sure the Panthers in a salary cap sport, if you're ideal, you would say, hey, 37-year-old goalie. Like, I think the ideal thing you would love is 37-year-old goalie, a couple more years, he's off the books, and then your young kid at what he would be 24 at that point takes over, and that's I would venture to guess that's the ideal scenario. But it's sports. Who the hell knows what happens?
That's it. So like I know it's different in hockey, and I know it's different in baseball. So what he went through, at such a young age, nobody flinches on him, right? Nobody, just he was young, right? These things happen. Like nobody's like, how old do you have to be before you like start raising eyebrows? Was he a good pick or not? Because we've already seen success out of it.
I think that would have happened more if there wasn't so much winning around the Panthers,
Yeah. And it has to do with if they would have to depend on him. It's kind of like the Jordan Love thing.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't care how long Jordan was coming along because you had Aaron Rodgers.
Sure. Speaking of other young guys, Miami Heat, they are in the midst of a training camp. Seeing some photos from people boots on the ground like Ira Winderman and Anthony Chang and Ethan Skolnick of it's a photo of Erik Spoelstra and Jimmy Buckets post practice. I'll put this up here for our viewing audience. They are looks like chopping it up after a little workout. Remember, Spo told us in the interview that Jimmy needs me and I need him. So having a little post practice conversation there, chopping it up.
Yeah.
And gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see. But this was, I think, an interesting thing too. Bam yesterday, Leroy, he referred to Erik Spoelstra challenging Kel'el Ware as hazing Kel'el Ware. And I don't think I've ever heard of a coach hazing a rookie. It's usually player on player. That's referred to as hazing. But this was Bam on Spo and telling Kel'el he's got to get ready for the Spo rookie treatment.
For me, it's just telling him to be patient, take his time, because in training camp, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of moving parts. So, I just try to tell him, just figure it out as you go. Like, Spo gonna yell at you. It's guaranteed. You're the rook. I mean, you're going to get rookie hazed. It is what it is. But you got to take that with a grain of salt and really get the message. And he's been coming back every day better and better.
Wow. Intense.
Yeah, he's not like, oh, the food is good. Scoop. Stupid.
Does he? Can you give Bam? He gave some examples of how Spo is going to challenge Kel'el as a rook. Here's some more of Bam Adebayo speaking to the media yesterday.
Yeah, Spo didn't play me. I still stand on that. But just, we'll be talking. Like today, he was like, how much time is on the shot clock when you take it out of bounds on side out of bounds? And it's like, obviously he looked straight at Kel'el. And Kel'el was like, depends, like 24-14. And it's just those type of mental games he plays. But it's also just preparing them for when we do get in live action and you got to make adjustments. You got to go out there and score in 14 seconds on the side. It's just preparing them for those moments.
Man, Spo's out here giving the wonder lick.
Yeah, he's got the bar exam. What? That is, I didn't even think about that, dude. Like, of course, those are small things that you need to know. But when you think of like extensive studying, you think of the NFL. You think of like a playbook that's 50 pages long, formations, play calls. But those small things in basketball, if you know those, that's what separates the good teams from, like a J.R. Smith moment or something like that. Something that you see the bad teams do.
I think a lot of times they'll ask you questions about things you know,
Jesus,
Mhm.
but you never really have to like actually know them, right? Like Kel'el, what if he's never taken a ball out of bounds?
Right.
So it's just stuff like that that Spo gets him ready for. Gets him ready for all parts of basketball, even though you may not be a part of it.
Yeah, Spo does love that throw and lob play though.
Oh,
He's like, hey, you better be paying attention. Get those hands ready. Stun Steve says Spo definitely doesn't think he hazes the rookies. He's very tough on the big men, like especially the big men. Like and Luis says it, they don't accept a soft big man. I agree. They don't. Like it's partly why we talked about this with Nico, right? Like he had to earn that Spo trust. And he's harder. He was, I think, harder on a Nikola Jovic than he was on a Tyler Hero. That Tyler Hero came in like a flamethrower throwing buckets off the bench, no doubt. But, also had his defensive lapses that felt like it got a little bit more excused, maybe so than the big man does. So it's an interesting, and I wonder with Kel'el, I'm kind of hopeful, and I think you are too, Leroy, because you want the more size on the floor.
Right.
Is that I hope there's a little bit more of a leash for him, like I hope that
I don't think they have a
Spo
choice.
lets him throw.
I don't think
him
they have
there.
a choice though. That's the thing. I really don't think they have a choice because
Like I don't want to start this season respectfully. I don't want to start this season and we're giving the backup center minutes to Kevin Love. If we're gonna do that again, first of all, he's old. All right, we gotta monitor K Love's minutes.
Towards the end of that season, Kevin Love's efficiency was through the roof. He was playing 7 minutes and putting up 12 points.
He can give you the greatest 7 minutes of all time.
Yeah.
But also, it's a long season.
Yep.
Gotta wind him up.
And he's one bad step away from a hammy because he's old.
He always feels like he's holding his back. The old love to hold it back.
I don't hold my back. I can't reach it.
Oh man. Schmieden, save your Blue Chew teases for next week.
I knew it.
When it's back, dude.
He's been doing it.
I got to come up with 3 new commercials today. I'm like, man, it's gonna be
3
tough.
new
I got to come up with 3 new ones after the show today for the recorded spots. I'm like, how much more inappropriate can I get?
Heat start their season. You want to get the heat started in your bedroom. Blue Chew.
Oh man, we'll take a break. Get back into the Dolphins coming on up. Back after this.
This
All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Join the WQM On Air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars. Wednesday, October 8th. Wednesday, October 9th. Excuse me. Blurry lines there.
Yeah.
Wednesday, October 9th, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a sample of Jack Daniel's Bonded series.
Ooh.
Calm down.
Sorry. What? Bonded Jack Daniels.
Yeah, all right. But like, you don't, I mean, you weren't that excited about your shoes earlier.
Yeah, that when
And you get through the read, like I'm just at the start of it. I haven't even gotten to the crescendo of it, the most important thing.
Did you say Jack Daniels?
Bonded series.
Ooh.
A nice Drew Estate cigar and sports talk with WQM On Air staff. Must be over 21. Drink responsibly. Official partner, the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man.
Oh, was that too? I didn't know.
Go online at themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah.
Whoa!
I wanted to do the ooh again. Now you're just changing excited reactions. Can't get on the same page. We're like a Mike McDaniel offense right now. The injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Call them up 866 Fair Fee. That's Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars. Next Wednesday. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello.
Hello. Did you say Bonded series?
Whoa.
Yeah, I did. You guys heard me. I said it multiple times.
From Jack Daniels?
From Jack Daniels?
Yes, from Jack Daniels.
Nice.
Can't
You a
wait.
big whiskey drinker, J-Fig?
I do enjoy whiskey, yes.
Whiskey's good. Most
I'm
versatile.
actually very excited for that.
For just the whiskey or the whole event?
The whole event, the whiskey, I mean, can't go wrong. Mhm.
Let's get to 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored here, brought to you by the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV. For those who never want to lose their edge, experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Whoa.
Jennifer.
We already did that.
Guess who I was on the phone with?
Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
AT&T.
Hey, bro.
Working on something.
We're working on something. Mainly him, but I'm here for support.
Hey,
Gonna get some Kozar coffee.
No.
No. It's my boy.
He is the boy. Anyway.
So Tyreek Hill, as I was explaining, Leroy, when you were with Cleveland earlier, time and place. I don't know if yesterday was the day for trolling from him, especially with how the team is playing and the Jaelan Phillips injury. But he was asked about all the Chiefs trade buzz, and this is what the Cheetah had to say to that.
You know what, man? I'm just focused on right here and right now. Like, we got a beautiful team here, and I want to be a part of it. We got a great situation here. My family loves it. I enjoy it. The weather's great. The fans are great. So we got a beautiful situation here, man. Obviously, my parents always taught me, control the controllables, and I only can control so much. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we all know the NFL is a business. Whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, I would love to be here. I love being here. I love the guys. I love my locker mate, Kevin Harlan. He's a maniac. He's the guy. You know what I'm saying? He brings me nice snacks sometimes.
Oh, okay. Big snack time guy,
Big
Javon Holland.
snack time guy.
Locker
Wow.
friend that brings snacks. Pretty good.
That is good.
Pretty good. I'll take that. How did that get looped in there, though? Like, that's part of the reason why he doesn't want to be traded back to Kansas City.
Because Javon Holland brings snacks.
Diversion.
I'm sure he was probably, I don't know, he probably walked up next to the interview.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
And they're
But I'll
probably-
take it. Whatever you need to do.
And you think they're like, shh, Jordan Boy's here. Shh.
The Bills guys here.
Hey, Jordan, what's up, man? Nah, it wasn't your fault that you ruined Jaelan Phillips' season. Don't worry. You want a snack? Shh. He's back.
He's back. He's coming again.
You think they think he's the mush?
I wouldn't. You know what? We haven't been good since we've allowed a bill in our premises. We usually don't do that.
Just mush allegations. I'm not saying for sure. Just I'm wondering if they'd thought it.
He's a suspect for sure. He will be questioned for sure for mush allegations.
You think the snowman is looking at him? Going, wow.
when
Before you got here, we started season on 5-6-1.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm. Also, Snowman.
The biggest problem I have with the way this season has started is that everybody in that organization made it a point to tell us how much more physical they were going to be.
Yep.
And it went the other way. That's the only problem I have. I understand the injuries. I understand all of the other stuff. I'll give you a pass on that. The thing that I can't, and it keeps sticking in my head, is we're going to make a conscious effort to be more physical. And they've actually gone the other way.
Sure have.
Okay, so.
Sure have. Except Zach Sealer and Calais Campbell. Everybody else.
Well,
oof.
I think you need to be that on the offensive end more than anything.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, how does Achane feel after 10 carries, 15 yards?
He felt as if though I could have got more yards than that if I would have went to the line of scrimmage, held my hand up, and just fell on the ground.
Am I mad at him though? Is he the one to blame? He did fight through an ankle injury the week before.
Here's the problem though. When you run that sideways stuff and the other team picks up on it, and you have 2 or 3 carries for -3 yards, it sucks the life out of you. And you know what? Even getting tackled from the side and from the back hurts more on your body than if you can see a guy coming and you prepare. So, yeah, it's got to be frustrating, but again, it's all part of what everybody has to do. It's not just him. And you're starting to understand how much of a deal everybody's participation matters, right? Like, you know, it's easy to go to Achane and say, yeah, 10 carries for 15 yards. Achane's not going to say, well, did you see what was going on up front?
He just doesn't mumble under his breath. Eichenberg.
Really? You're the only person that feels that way. You know that, right?
I'm the only person that feels what way? That he sucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's true.
Nobody else thinks Eichenberg's as bad as you say he is.
Okay. Then why can't they run up the middle?
They're not physical enough.
Mm.
Because a lot of those times you got your guards pulling. And now you want him to be.
Right. I tell you what he's doing. He's pulling a fast one. Has been his entire NFL career.
Oh, my goodness.
If I just got in the right position, coach.
Wow, Josh Hart says, Leroy, no one likes Eichenberg, dude.
Nobody does, dude. Nobody.
Wow. So, like, am I the, like, so we look at the results more than we look at the causes of the results. I try to look at the causes and then figure out what they need to do differently.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said about the physicality, sometimes the way in which you run the football determines whether you're going to be physical. I don't ever have to worry about being physical if your left guard and your right guard are always pulling. I don't. So I think that's something that has to change. Does it change because of the running back when Mostert gets back? But guess what? You ever think of Mostert as a physical running back?
I don't think of him as a physical running back.
Right. That's my point.
By the way, the law to add to it, Jeff Wilson got hurt in the midst of warmups last week.
Oh, sweet. Love that.
Which awesome.
I can say there's a couple of things I've never done. Never been hurt in warmups. But I did get hurt very similar to the way Jaelan Phillips got hurt. I was out.
Friendly
with
fire?
my knee. No, well, here's the deal. I'm running down the sidelines, right? I'm about to break a long one. I'm running by myself. The wide receiver, who's fast as hell, runs all the way across the field to get in front of me. His guy's trailing and clipped me from the side. I hurt my knee. Bill goes, hey, you realize we would have been better off if you just stayed the hell on the other side of the field.
Oh man. William says going to catch up on Lord of the Rings this Sunday. Everybody's gonna make an alternative plans, huh?
No, already?
Jeez.
I'm just counting down.
What, 13 games left?
Counting down the bye. It's next week.
That's right. But after that bye, you know who comes back?
You're not allowed to say that.
Scrambles McGee.
He
Here
doesn't.
we
He
go.
doesn't.
Pew!
He
Down
doesn't
the
come back
sideline.
after the bye. You have one more game.
After
Then
the
he comes
bye?
back after the bye.
Which is weird.
Come on, dude.
And you're
Why
not allowed to
isn't
say that.
here?
What are we doing?
If you get paid in 18 weeks,
yeah, exactly.
why is IL
What?
IR
All right.
4 games?
Yeah, let them know, Leroy.
Because if somebody that went on IR the same time as Tua, why are they allowed to come back a week earlier?
Boom.
because it's games, not weeks.
He's got a point.
But
Like they did it because they wanted to give him extra time.
no, you're missing my point.
Don't let him back you down, Leroy.
No,
Why
I'm not
is being on IR if it's an 18-week season 4 games and not 4 weeks?
That's right.
because it is 4 games. It will be 4 weeks. They wanted it to be 5 weeks.
You saying that? You
No, I'm telling you what it is. That's exactly what they wanted.
How do you
We've
know
been
what
talking
they
about
want?
has been optics this entire time.
You have been. I've never talked about optics. I said they did it for optics, but I said I would never have done it.
Wait, what's going on here, Leroy? I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
When this all started,
What?
no. When
Just
this
said the same thing. We just said the same thing.
When this wait. When this all started, when we were determining whether Tua was going to be on IR, I said,
yeah,
if he's healthy, you don't need to put him on IR. And you said they're going to put him on IR because of the optics.
Correct. The optometrist said he should be on IR.
That's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm referring to.
And you agreed with me.
No, I said, yeah, they'll probably do it, but that's not how it's supposed to work. If you're healthy, you're healthy.
Why are you disagreeing with me now?
I'm not
You know why.
disagreeing with you. I have never supported the idea. I just said, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
But would you agree that part of the optics is we actually give him 5 weeks?
No.
Yeah.
Because I'm listen, okay, fine, great. They did it for that reason. Here's what I'm asking. If somebody else were to go on IR,
right,
the same exact time as Tua,
Mm-hmm.
why is he allowed to come back a week earlier?
Because it's 4 games.
But you get paid in 18 weeks.
I don't know about that. It's supposed to be 4 games. It's not based on weeks. It's games.
Okay.
So you're saying they could have just kept him out, for example, if they wanted him to return prior to 4 weeks.
To
But
start
they
practicing
let
for the bye week.
IR specifically so that we can get that extra week for optics.
Because here's the other kicker. When they make him available and his 21-day window opens, it doesn't matter whether it's a bye week or not.
Yeah. Right?
So that's why I'm asking.
So apologize, Tobin.
I'm not apologizing.
No,
I'm not
you
apologizing.
need to-
for,
Does
I'm not
any-
apologizing. I'm not apologizing.
Wait.
I didn't make the rule.
Does
The rule is
anybody
the rule.
understand what I'm saying, though?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
You think it should be weeks. It's games.
But why does the
And I think that
21
people
days?
that thought before it was weeks, not games. It's games.
But then why the 21-day period is 21 days, and it doesn't matter if you have your bye week?
Why do you even have to have a limit of number of people on IR in this bloodbath of a sport? They limit the number of guys you can put on IR and come back. They, I think, only give you 8 people that you're allowed to even bring back on IR.
That's a good point.
Which is stupid.
Yeah. Leroy, you got answers for that?
Shut up, frog boy.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay.
Shut up, Alon's
What are you
Toad Morning.
Yeah.
That's good.
What are you doing? Stay hydrated, champ. That's what you're doing. You trying to get it going. Yeah. I know. Tobin has been lashing out at me, and I don't know why.
I'm not lashing out.
Yeah,
Listen,
no, he's been lashing out.
in the words of Bam Adebayo, that's okay. I understand your frustration.
Oh yeah. You handled that well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now you're gonna
reacted
quote
that well.
Bam?
Yeah, because he's
Oh,
a
you
cheater.
haven't stopped talking about it for 4 days.
Because he cheated.
You know, I kind of hope he goes to the whiskey event just to like troll.
Don't worry, I have listen. I got my travel dominoes.
Yeah.
He's like I'm not. You don't bring good dominoes to out in them streets.
Bring the pen and paper, write down the rules. Let's make sure that it's like there's a video for evidence.
Right.
I told you exactly. I told everybody exactly what was going to happen. I said, whatever happens, it's going to be whoever leaves 2 out of 3. That's what it's going to be. It's exactly how it's been. You're calling rules. You're calling materials. You're saying
then we wouldn't even no. Listen, I was trying to do it quickly, right? We only have so much time, and in fact, we took more time anyway. And they was trying to get him out.
Very nice. Yep.
Right. So they were very nice to do that, but to see if we would have spent the first 5 minutes discussing the rules, I just thought it was very standard. It wasn't. Based on the fact he said 20. And I'm like, what? So yeah.
But my little boy told you.
No, you're not allowed to say that right now. Okay, you couldn't
No.
do it in front of his
No.
face.
No,
You couldn't
absolutely
do
not.
it in front of his face.
-1. No, buddy. No. There is no.
I'll do bits whenever I want to do
Hey,
bits.
let me explain something to you.
Hmm.
Under no circumstances are you to do babushka anymore. It's over.
Ridiculous.
It's
I'll do
over.
whatever I
It's
want.
done.
You're not gonna make that rule. I'm not gonna listen to your rule. I'm not doing that rule.
Done.
I'm not doing that rule. I'll do voices.
You
whatever
turtled
voices I wanna-
listen, you turtled up and put your hand in the shell.
Ridiculous.
As soon as I said,
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
wouldn't even look us in the eye. You were
Let
terrified
me-
that we would
hey,
say
let's
something.
this guy does an impression of your mother. Dance for us, funny
That's not
man.
what I said. That's not what I said.
You might as well have.
No, I did say that. Out of respect to him, I said, hey, why don't you do your Serbian accent?
Right here.
Oh, should I remind you, bus driver? That's what he does, Bam.
That
Did
is
you not
what
recall
you do.
that?
Bam.
Bring your
That is
bus
what you
back.
do. That is what you do. That's literally what you do.
Really? I'm not the one who did babushka. You. That's you.
We don't have to tell everybody everything, guys.
It's on radio.
We can have
documented.
He doesn't listen to the radio. We don't have to have everything out there for everybody.
You know what? Here's what you say. This is what he says to me. It's good content, baby. We give the people what we want. No, you don't.
You don't, because everyone asked for it and you just
Everybody asked for
Who's
it.
everybody?
And you know what? No, because wait, in the chat,
to get away with it.
hold on.
Whole chat.
In the chat
During
during the whole conversation, they were like, Leroy is gonna let him off the hook. He is gonna let him off. I said, no, I'm not.
I'm glad you lost to Bam Adebayo. I'm just gonna say it. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Look at a little bicycle walking away.
Look at him.
Look at Lou.
Him hurt my feelings. And
Can you go play that thing?
Hey, and why don't we make it wine, stars, and cigars for
Then you
wine and cheese over here?
You definitely be there with a charcuterie board and some wine with your little pinky, sipping on some wine, a nice Merlot. Yeah, that's you. That's you. That's you.
That's you.
Wow. Only men get whiskey. That's what I'm gonna say to you when you get there. Only men get whiskey.
Like have facial hair.
Yes. Give him a nice Chardonnay.
Chardonnay, pretty good.
Come on.
Take a break. Back after this.
Previously.
Are you not amazed?
Yeah. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. The NASCAR playoffs are set for Homestead Miami Speedway at the end of October, and you can win a 4-pack of tickets to see it all unfold. To enter, go to WQM.com/contest. If you can't wait to win, purchase your tickets at HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com. Also at WQM.com. You guys get some details on this, but WQM has partnered with Mobile Mike Media Relations, the Florida Highway Patrol, the Global Empowerment Mission, and multiple law enforcement agencies to coordinate a Hurricane Helene relief effort to support our Florida neighbors. If you guys can, please stop by the shops at Pembroke Pines today and make a donation, including generators, solar-powered lights, canned food, baby diapers, and more. Again, you can get all those details at WQAM.com. And everybody here, thanks you for your support. Got Thursday Night Football tonight. Buccaneers and Falcons.
I got action.
I hope Baker Mayfield goes and lights up the Falcons and then gives double birds to Tom Brady.
Want to know what my action is?
Yeah, what do you got?
All right. So I got some weekend action and I got some action for tonight. My action for tonight is Mike Evans more than 60.5 yards, Baker Mayfield more than 244.5, and Kirk Cousins less than 230.5. I got a more extensive one for the weekend. I don't really like doing less, but in Kirk Cousins' case, I think the Tampa defense to get after him.
You don't think the primetime curse has been broken?
No, I just think that Tampa's defense is really good.
I mean, it was a good primetime curse, but you got to also put on top of it the Eagles being the Eagles.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, they really blew that one too to set up. But listen, a win's a win.
Win's a win. Wish we had more here.
How about a lead? Just a lead.
Yeah.
Nice.
You were begging for a pick six yesterday. That's how much you want to.
I mean, yeah.
Just a lead. 3-0. Can the Dolphins be up 3-0 this week?
Isn't that crazy? The Dolphins have never led a football game.
Nope.
We got to
except the one they won.
Yeah. But that game was over. So it's
you guys are gonna be sorry when we're 14-3 at the end of the year.
How? Why would I be sorry?
Baby. You jumped off the bandwagon.
I didn't jump off the bandwagon.
You said Jalen Waddle costing us games.
Here's what happens, right? When you can't see how it's going to be turned around, you have questions. And so until they actually play football, the only picture we have of this team is what we've seen the last 4 weeks, which is not good enough to win football games. So until you see something different, what would lead you to believe that it can be any different? Because guess what? This regime and Mike McDaniel and this team has never been on this side of this.
Nope. This is definitely new territory. He's even said it.
Josh Hart said we don't deserve Kevin Harlan anymore.
We don't. Is he on the call this week?
I don't know.
No, I'm sure they had to substitute.
We got Mark Sanchez. I know who we got. We got Chris
right.
Myers and Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, last week we had the backup Monday Night Football. Now we're getting Mark Sanchez. They're making the right call. So, I don't want Kevin Harlan to.
Yeah, he's right. We don't deserve him. We'll see a heat season, Harlan. Take a break. Final hour coming on up. We'll play a little Goosies, no Goosies. Back after this.
WQ.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Thursday night football tonight. You got yourselves a little Bucks Falcons on Amazon Prime. Check them out. By the way, when does that hockey thing debut, J Fig? The behind the scenes of the Panthers and NHL. Do you know when that debuts?
I think it was sometime this month. Let me see.
I'm looking forward to apparently I was reading a headline on George Richard's Twitter. Apparently there's a lot of insight into Panthers, Bruins hating each other's guts. Great way to start the season, dude.
Like even more than before? Or
No, just like it gives you, because it's going to show like the series and how much these guys hate each other. You know, it got intense. There's a lot of fights in that series.
Well, that's the ESPN Plus one.
I think that
it premieres October 6th.
Okay, so that's what is that? That's Friday? No, that's Sunday.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday new show to watch instead of
Dolphins?
It is filled with memorable highs and challenging moments.
Wow.
Interesting.
So is my life.
The road to the first Stanley Cup championship. Really?
Mm-hmm. I won the chip before, the old flag football chip. Turkey Bowl every year.
The only chip you ever won is not is either Doritos.
It's a Lay's chip.
Lay's.
Chocolate. That would have been a good one.
Yeah, so here's what George Richards writes. He says, Panthers and Bruins hatred displayed in new Prime Video series. The Prime series will drop 6 episodes on Friday and has 3 episodes which feature Matthew Tkachuk from the Panthers. Episode 3, titled Winning to Learn, is about Boston goalie Jeremy Swayman and Tkachuk. It's a delicious appetizer for Tuesday's opener between the Panthers and Bruins and Sunrise. Florida will get its championship rings on Monday, then raise the banner. Raise the banner on Tuesday right in front of the Bruins. And it's not like the Bruins have forgotten that Florida ended their season the past 2 years. The Bruins, you best believe, will come ready to play on Tuesday. The episode follows Tkachuk and Swayman around the end of the regular season before the playoffs begin. The last portion of the hour-long episode between the Panthers and Bruins is where all the heat came with it. We see plenty of Tkachuk and his famous family at home in Fort Lauderdale and get to know Swayman as well. There will also be plenty of attention given to Swayman that had to say about his current public contract dispute with the Bruins. Yeah, that's one thing that's going on with them right now. Boston has had a ton of preseason drama because they're not giving Swayman the bucks.
Yeah, weren't they ready to anoint him the best
goalie
in all the playoffs yesterday?
Here, you know what? Here's the deal.
It's easy.
This is what happens in sports. You praise your player until it's time to pay him. Then they don't remember the words that they said while you were playing.
There's a lot that's going to be coming out this week. It's exciting.
You lied to us, J-Fig. You said Sunday.
No, I didn't. There's 2 different ones. There's one in ESPN that comes out Sunday, and there's one on Friday that comes out on Prime.
So good. So many Panthers options this weekend.
I still think she gets a -1 for deception, though.
Oh,
what do you mean? I literally said the ESPN one when you asked.
But I asked for the Prime deets.
Okay, and I said,
You're the one who brought
second.
up the
I'm
Prime.
checking.
You brought
I
up the
did a month ago, maybe.
Now it's gone to straight line.
I think my memory remembers.
Wow.
Do I think
-1 for lying.
What do we got to check you for CTE? Did we think your memory remembers? You know, what are you taking? Head hits in the mosh pit?
J-Figs.
Hey, that's a very serious thing, okay?
Yeah. The microphone picks up a classic chirp from Tkachuk to Marchand in Game 6. When Marchand was slow to the bench, Tkachuk fainted a concern. Are you okay? Tkachuk said, skating towards his bench. Then, I've never seen a captain quit on his team before. Man, no wonder everybody hates him. Goosies. Love that hard.
I want to see if they have that. There was like a moment where they planned a fight out or something like that. I want to know if he was mic'd up for that. So many memorable moments last year. So happy to be able. Do you think they were at the parade? Oh man, maybe your boy will make the silver screen right there.
It's all about you, isn't it?
Right there.
Not about the
in front of
Panthers' glory. It's
everyone.
about Frog Boy getting on there.
Prime Video eating a hot dog in the rain.
Hey, side note, what's the over for tonight's football game?
What is the total?
Total. What's the total?
It is 43.5.
Wow, that's low.
43.5. Yeah, what did the Bucks put up? Didn't they put up 33 by themselves?
Somebody asked me, William B asked me on YouTube, do you think they would hit the over on points tonight? See, if these two teams were playing on Sunday, yes. Thursday is tough, right? Thursday is tough, but I'm going to say yes.
Well, they put up 59 last week on their point totals. So it's short week.
Yeah, see what I mean? I say yes. I say yes. 43? Come on.
Low.
That's low.
We'll take a break, play a little Goosies. No Goosies next.
More demand.
All right. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, streaming live on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, available in your app store. You get your podcast there as well. Listen to us on all your podcast platforms. But if you want to stream us live and on demand at your leisure, use the Odyssey app. And you guys can watch us YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. What do you got today for us, Froggius? Where'd he go? What are you doing? What's going on? Day 2? You're getting distracted? You know when the lights come on. What's going on here, dude?
You get a little whiny at around this time.
I get a little whiny about this time? Excuse me for one of the producers supposed to run the segment. Excuse me for one.
I got a job I gotta do.
You know what? If imagine if Snoop Huntley went to Mike McDaniel and be like, you get a little whiny with us only scoring 3 points.
Well, then maybe McDaniel will call some better plays. All right, number 1 on Goosies or No Goosies takes us to Saturday's late night matchup, Canes versus Cal. Does that give you Goosies or No Goosies?
Goosies galore.
Wow.
It's got game day this week.
Goosies galore.
It's another test for the Canes. Long travel for the Canes to go on over. Cal, they got a good record. They didn't lose to FSU. I mean, whew. Didn't FSU get rolled by SMU last week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope it's not that long trip.
Sheesh.
It's worse coming from west to east because you lose the hours.
I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, when we're trying, unless you get to Central Time will mess me up.
Oh my God.
Just trying to get him angry.
I have never met a man who I thought was intelligent seem so dumb.
14-9, they lost to FSU. FSU lost 42-16 last week to SMU. Tough year for the Seminoles. But I got the Goosies nonetheless. Undefeated season remains, even with old big whiner from Vatek. Oh, didn't see anything inconclusive. I've concluded your vest is stupid. And can't wait to watch it. Canes with a little Canes with a side of UFC on my Saturday night. What about you, Leroy?
I got the Goosies. I can't tell you how much I'll actually see it.
Goosies.
But I will be paying attention as long as I can. I want to see how they like, believe it or not, this is a bounce back game.
I agree.
It's a bounce back game from they had been playing consistently good football. And even though they won, it was a sloppy game.
Yes.
And so from that standpoint, how do you rebound from that? How do you get back on track? How do you play more disciplined football as far as the penalties, the turnovers, and what have you? Because, like, you're not going to be able to get away with that all year. And I hope they understand that. So it's a bounce back as far as where they're headed and how they've been playing, not a bounce back as far as winning a game. Right now it's bigger picture. You want to be playing your best football moving towards the end of the season. You don't want to be searching at that point.
Right. And for now, Louisville is ranked. You got to get right because you're going on the road to Louisville the week, in 2 weeks because they got to bye after this. But, if you're going to look at tougher tests of the schedule, these are among them. And yeah, they got to clean some things up, which, as you said, easier off a win you escape with than a loss for sure.
Right.
Jennifer, where are your Goosies for Saturday night?
Much Goosies.
Oh,
much
Goosies.
Goosies galore.
It's a new way to say it.
Marcos?
West Coast trip, bounce back game. Goosies.
Goosies. Oh, hello, football voice. What's number 2?
Number 2, from football to football. The Pinks.
The Pinks.
They won the Supporters Shield yesterday.
Be honest, Posh.
This is how it sounded.
Was that the team with the best record?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the team determined to defend America.
What?
The shield.
Miami screaming time should be up, and it is! The final whistle blows at Lower Field in Columbus, and it is Inter Miami who raises the shield as the best team in the regular season for 2024. They had to work for it, and work they did, as the greatest of all time showed just why. Tata Martino, Inter Miami, and Lionel Messi, the Supporters Shield champions.
I mean, man, comes here. He's been here for basically 2 years, 2 trophies already. Jeez.
Goosies!
All right. No Goosies.
What?
Hi.
Let me explain why.
Disgusting.
Let me explain why.
Disgust.
Okay. Why are we celebrating the best record in any sport? Because remember, the Panthers won that too.
Yeah.
And what did that get them?
They got bounced, but it's not. You see, this
Okay,
is your
that's why
this is your Americanized version of things. It's a big deal in soccer.
Explain
it's a big
it to
deal
me.
in soccer.
So you win the shield. Do you win? You don't win the.
They have
championship.
They have a playoffs, but in a lot of European leagues, you just win the season. That's what you win. That's how it goes.
Oh, so the playoffs,
They
you
do
don't
the
win the
playoff-
championship.
This is very Americanized of you. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
No
That's fine. I'll
class.
be a dumb American.
No class.
Is this not the MLS?
Man, the goat
Is it American? American, right?
The goat brings
So
you more hardware. Not impressed.
My question is, in all of the sports down here, will this be the only time we celebrate a regular season record?
No, I think anytime the team has a good regular season record, it's celebrated.
No, I'm again.
If the Dolphins won the division, you would celebrate.
Yes, but no, and it'd be followed by win a playoff game. Stop. Don't use the
They should
Dolphins.
win the playoff game. No,
Don't
but they
use the
should win a
Dolphins.
playoff game. No, but they should win a playoff game.
When the Heat have had the best record, the Panthers have had the best record. Okay. So we celebrated the Panthers winning the president, but they didn't win the Stanley Cup. So I'm saying, is this going to be diminished if they don't win the championship?
I'm sorry, GOAT. Apparently Leroy's not impressed.
No, that's not what I'm.
What do you got, J Fig?
Can't have a conversation with you. Can't.
No, I can.
You know what the hell I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Told you, Leroy. He gets snippy this hour.
Yeah, he knows exactly what I'm trying to say.
That's what someone who's snippy would say.
No, you're sitting.
Is anybody? No, so we're going to just celebrate this as victory.
There goes getting messy.
And if
on
they
the
don't,
show.
if they don't win the championship, then what? What are we going to say then? At least they got the shield.
I mean, what do we celebrate? Didn't we have the worst record last year, but we won a cup?
Leagues Cup.
Yeah, look at that.
That's different because that's
this
not.
is what this is why people don't respect Americans when it comes to soccer fandom. You guys are sitting here being a bunch of pigs.
No, I'm not being. I'm literally asking the question.
Well, you're not asking the question. What you're saying is we shouldn't celebrate this. We don't celebrate anybody else.
I'm not saying this. What I'm saying is this. And so listen, if they don't win the championship, the MLS championship, is this going to diminish this?
J-Fig, you got the Goosies.
Yeah.
Goosies. I don't know what else you want me to say. We disagree.
No, you
I have
still
no
didn't
other points
answer
to
the
make
question.
on it.
You still didn't answer the question, though. I asked the question.
If they don't win the championship, will it diminish this?
Yes.
No.
I don't think so.
And so it's fact that this is the only sport that we will do this.
No. I mean, the Panthers do put up a banner for the President's Trophy. You're acting like it's not. These are not accolades that are celebrated.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Schmeethans was a little bit like I don't know, because the Rose Bowl is like a big deal. But like sometimes I've seen people celebrate like, like the Home Depot Bowl. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but those are 2 Home Depot
Traditional
teams.
bowls matter. If you're celebrating
Bowl, Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl.
yeah, if you celebrate
Rose
the Bahamas Bowl,
Orange Bowl.
take it down a notch.
Oh, okay.
Bad Boy Mowers Bowl,
Ooh.
which the Canes lost last year.
The Smoothies,
Yeah.
what was that? The Frisco Weed Whacker Bowl.
We know what the bowls are that you should celebrate. All right.
So okay, is this shield one of the bowls you should celebrate?
Yes.
Nice.
Except it's not a bowl, it's a shield.
Even better. Rewar's not impressed. Me though, I got the Goosies.
Goosies. What's number 3, Froggy?
Number 3 on our list, Odell Beckham.
No Goosies.
Okay, there is.
Why, you're not happy he's back?
Nabby's back, but it's not Goosies worthy. Go catch a touchdown.
Possibly making his debut.
Wow.
Go catch
So here.
Go catch a touchdown.
Can I just say this?
Sure.
In order for this to get turned around, things like this and guys who haven't been contributing coming to contribute help in turning this thing around. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't you excited that somebody's returning?
He's waiting for it to actually turn around.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Okay.
Do it. Right now, the only Beckham that gives me Goosies is Cordell Beckham because of Love Island. What a great season that was.
Wow. Oh my god.
What a great season that was. Those 2, I hope they're gonna make it. Cordell Beckham and Serena. But for right now, Odell Beckham, what's he done?
What about David?
And let me tell you something.
David, yeah. And Posh.
David Beckham.
Yeah.
It's a little much with him. You know, I'm farming. Can I ask you a question?
You were just celebrating him.
Are you hungry?
Needed
Are you
message
hungry?
to carry
Why are
on
you
as
so
usual.
damn cranky?
Do you want a Chipotle bar or something?
Yeah.
Robbie chocolate?
But I'm just saying, like,
No, why are you so like
what?
cranky?
I'm not being cranky.
What? Dude, you have what?
David Beckham.
Let me say this.
honest.
About 110 hit.
Honest.
110 hit, and
You know what I gotta say? To be honest with you,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be like too biting here, but I kind of feel like the three of you are being sensitive. Today.
Oh,
that's what I think.
-1.
Sensitive trio here.
Okay. The show did start out with a
Sensitive-
witch hunt of me, though.
Sensitive 3 mile.
That's true. They did come after you.
The first segment was about shoes. Leroy didn't
You're sitting here like you barely want to, you barely want to look at the camera. Anyway, so you have the Goosies for Odell Beckham Jr.'s debut?
I do.
Potentially.
I do. Potentially. I do.
Goosies.
Because like the
Well,
more
the
guys
Goosies
you
are
can get,
potential Goosies.
the more guys you can get healthy and back on the field, a better chance they have of turning it around.
Yeah, but guys getting healthy, I mean, that's not Goosies worthy. It's like about time.
Farmer David Beckham. So great.
J-Fig?
No, I don't have the Goosies.
Wow.
No Goosies.
Show me something.
No one's going to talk about her not being, in a good mood. Does she have the same opinion that I did?
That's a good take, J-Fig.
Well, that's
I am in
Hey,
my own. Okay.
Can I just say
Like,
this? You've been here longer.
Always.
When you show up at 12:30, your takes don't last for 4 hours. They only last for a few minutes.
That's
You're turning them against each other, though.
Yep. Master manipulator.
Who, me? Oh, you? Oh, please stop. No, see, first of all, don't want to hear it. After
What?
that incident on Monday, no.
Old news. Keep bringing up things.
Yeah, okay.
Bringing up things.
What incident on Monday?
He's talking about losing to Bam.
No, Babushka.
Whoa!
What do you got, Frog Boy?
I got no Goosies.
I'm the only one that got Goosies.
Wow.
No Goosies.
So you all jumped down my throat, but 2 of you agree with
I
me.
have more Goosies watching the Panthers series and the film this weekend.
Wow.
Wow.
See? How about that?
I'm
Sounds like
very
Jurassic
rarely
Park.
on an island with this.
I don't understand why.
Wow,
you do
Dave South said Tobin
Also,
is
I mean,
skinny
Odell
long
Beckham.
stockings.
Sensitive. Blocks me
Speaking
on
of
Twitter.
sensitive,
Sensitive blocks me on Twitter over one GIF.
That's what it is. He's still hurt by that.
Oh my goodness. Right. That's why. So he can never give you Goosies until he
No, you can give me Goosies. Score a
Ask
touchdown.
him right now to unblock.
Hey,
I would like one.
What about a Odell Beckham anytime touchdown?
I'll see what the action is. I'll see what the action is.
For sure.
I'll see what the action is. I mean, really, the Hard Rock should just be. I mean, anytime touchdown should be skyrocketing right now for a Hard Rock app,
Yeah, for sure.
just to get some kind of action. When's the last time somebody caught a touchdown for the Dolphins?
That is where I think we're going on 14 quarters potentially. Or was that a run? That may have been a run. Rough. Tyreek Hill's bomb in week 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the last touchdown catch?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not good.
It's hurtful.
Jeez.
Not good.
Oof.
Be honest.
Be honest. In fairness, Tim Boyle did put it right in Durham Smythe's hands.
Timbo, that's my guy.
Oof. Jeez.
Got time for one more?
Yeah.
The final one we have all seen before. Dogs in various places that are support animals.
Mm-hmm.
This man, unfortunately, was not allowed to bring his support animal to an airport. A passenger in Uzbekistan tried to bring a 10-foot Burmese python.
No!
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Try to bring that snake on a plane in his carry-on. No, they don't want to leave it up to get his luggage lost or anything like that. But he seems to be really proud of it too. He seems to be like, "Wow, look at my snake, pretty good."
I got the Goosies.
Do you?
He should be allowed to bring that thing on. Didn't somebody bring a peacock on a plane?
Absolutely not.
Oh, way.
What's that thing gonna do? First of all, it's probably gonna be pretty
Crap out of you.
Nah, I think it's fine.
Python.
If it's in the bag, it's fine.
Python, you cannot put them in the same.
Let me tell you something. It's less annoying to have that snake in a bag than it is to bring Scooby on a plane.
You really thought, okay? You really thought.
It's true. You know, like he's
because the snake doesn't make noises.
Snake doesn't make noise.
Can I just tell you, if I was on the plane and I knew that thing was on the plane,
I would not be on the plane.
Yeah, but
I'd be
nobody
like,
would ever know.
Yeah.
Really?
What if it start? Have you?
You
not
think?
seen
You
snakes
think?
On the plane?
Wait. You think if they would have let that bag through after showing the snake, that people gonna wonder what plane he was on?
It's a python, though. It's not a cobra. If it was venomous, I would have a different opinion on this. but it's not.
Whatever it.
So you don't
whatever
think
it is.
that snake can get out and just?
I bet you that thing is so full and isn't going to be bothered at all. It's Uzbekistan. It's fine. I'm sure they fed it like a rabbit.
I don't think there's rabbits in Uzbekistan because there's a python on the loose.
What? I know. I like. Yep, I would have turned it to Samuel L. Jackson. Snakes on the plane.
You know my saying. You know they call me understanding Tobes, and I think we got to be more understanding of people.
No one
and I
calls you
think
that.
He is trying to have.
Where's Tommy to call you out?
Tommy?
I don't know. He's probably home. He's off today. So like I would
Nobody
say.
called you that.
I would say
Shut
we
up.
should let this man have his python.
Speaking of that, Blue Chew.
Would you be on the plane, Tobin?
I wouldn't mind if somebody told me they had a python and then it was like he's like, you know, if I sat next to who's that guy that we had on, the python guy?
Oh,
if I sat next to him, he's barefoot. He's like, I got a python in here. Don't worry, it won't do nothing. Damage is done. What am I supposed to do?
Wait,
imagine if it was a dog.
You're one of those people. I love the way people have animals and stuff, and the animal is foaming at the mouth, and you say, don't worry about it. He ain't gonna do nothing.
I'll be fine.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
How would you know?
Right,
He's
exactly.
friendly.
You know, he is a wild animal. Right,
Very
that one-
intangible of you.
That's a domestic python.
Really?
It's
That's like-
albino.
really?
Intangible.
That thing couldn't. That intangibles python could not survive in the wild.
Oh,
Really?
What would you rather, that python on your
Mhm.
plane or 6'7", 300-pound former offensive lineman urinating on a woman 3 rows
The
away?
python for sure.
The
But imagine that, like you know
whatever
it's-
doesn't make the plane turn around.
Yeah. So we know one of them does.
Can they stop playing that on First Take today? Tyreek Hill, time to leave. Stop doing that.
It's Thursday Night Football, guys. Focus on that.
Why does he have to go anywhere? Why can't he sit here and suffer with the rest of us?
Yeah. I think he wants to.
You wanted a new contract, Tyreek. You wanted to go somewhere else? Shouldn't have gotten the raise, dude. You're going to stew in it. Now go catch some touchdowns.
Wow.
Stop tweeting.
Got your raise, now count your days.
That's good.
Thank you. Be here all night.
About time. Point.
It's about time. Even when he's giving me a point.
All right, we got to take a break. I obliterated the clock.
You go, boy.
This hour of Tobin and
It's like he's still whining about the Bam Adebayo thing. Like, get over it.
Okay.
All right? You take your losses and get over it.
Okay. Don't disparage my boy.
The entire time, this entire show is just been like whining, complaining this whole hour.
I'm gonna send this.
Just
to
go
him.
out there.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, we're back.
Who are you even on the phone with?
Sorry.
Is it long distance to the
It's
behind?
not even here.
He'll hear it.
Man, that's tough. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. Hey, let's let you know one more time about Whiskey Stars and Cigars. That Smoke on the Water next Wednesday, October 9th. Presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a sample of Jack Daniel's Bonded Series.
Whoa!
Yep. A nice Drew Estate cigar and sports talk with the WQM on-air staff. You must be over 21. Drink responsibly. Official partner for this event, the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online at www.themainman.com. It's sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Call them up today, 866-FAIR-FEE. All righty. So check that on out, everybody. And we'll hopefully get this some good injury news on the Dolphins. It looked like, I think I saw that only Jaelan Phillips and Jordan Poyer were missing today. So that's some good news. Hopefully you'll start getting some of the concussion protocol stuff. Oh, where'd he go?
I thought that he was on the floor.
Oh,
but I think that was Drew. Is that what it's the dog is called?
I think it's a dog.
Dre.
Dre.
Oh, I see. You saw like
sneaking
a tail.
around.
I saw ears, and I'm like, what's going on?
It is not beyond Leroy to be on the ground, potentially stretching during.
That's why I was confused. Oh.
Whoa!
You all right, dude?
That is his puppy.
Whoa.
That was the puppy that was nibbling on his Michigan blanket, and now is a giant.
How about that?
Trying
to corral him. See, and you saying a snake is more disturbing on a plane.
Oh, look at that. A
Come
snake
on.
would never do that.
Never, dude. Never.
A python, to be exact, too. Pythons, what? They're the ones that coil, right? They don't really bite.
Yeah.
They all coil. I mean, no, they coil. They all roll up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, by the way, NFC Offensive Player of the Month.
Wow.
Wow.
You want to know who was AFC?
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Ugh.
Defensive Player of the Month for AFC.
Oh.
Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah, he had like 6 sacks, didn't he?
Kyle Van Noy. How about that?
Snitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too, dude.
What about NFC? Because I want to see if it's also former Dolphin.
Let's see. NFC.
Is it potentially? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you look.
No, it's okay.
Is it Van Ginkel? I'd be so
Oof,
sad.
it might be Van
If
Ginkel.
Van Noy and Van Ginkel happen to be
Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Detroit. Pretty good.
But yeah, I wouldn't be. I mean, Van Ginkel does have. He's been great too. This has been a nightmare. This entire season has been a nightmare.
I think that the thing that makes it a nightmare, every single team, every single player that you figured the middle of the road payment would be too much is balling out more than the guys you gave money to.
Yup. Everything has blown up in their face. Every concern has hit the most catastrophic level.
Yep.
And there was nothing to hang your hat on. And then just to add to it, Jaelan Phillips done for the year.
Ugh.
Yep.
I mean, this team needs.
What makes it even more amazing is that you knew you were going to have injuries at that position before last year ended.
Yep. But here we are, going into they need a win in the worst way, and I just don't know how you get it, because I haven't seen them look competent. Hopefully, a little more experience with Snoop. Oh, as Tehran comes back from this concussion eye poke thing, Captain Insano shows no mercy.
He got a concussion from an eye poke?
At this point, I almost feel like they should try and find a spot for Paul.
So just put him at guard.
Do something.
I'm with you. I'll be for it.
I just think Usually, if he's one of your top 5 best offensive linemen, then you have to find a spot for him and hope it works out versus waiting for him to play tackle because he can still get experience playing at a different position.
Just have the giant learn next to just learn next.
Come here.
Eye poke concussion. What the hell is this?
It's a giant. Oh, Chewy is back at it. You can't eat that. It's a giant.
Is he listening to you?
No.
What is he eating?
Well, now he has a quarter.
Oh,
give me that. Give me that. No, don't run.
You know what? Let's call it a show for today. Leroy's got to go corral the puppy. We'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.
He eats change.
The whole world.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Join